That's fine. You ain't gonna like me, but you gonna respect me.
And if I don't,
may not do that either, but in my mind,
if I don't, I'm about to say, and if I don't.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, no matter where you're listening from, just as long as you know you're listening to the Harley Sober Podcast. Yes, I said it, the Harley Sober Podcast. I still have yet to like replace anything from the podcast where we bring you the ratchet and informative news that you need to know about. So I don't really know what to say after that.
We're just ratchet and informative people.
Yeah, we're just ratchet and informative people.
Yeah.
And joining with me today, as always, is my panel of beautiful and expressive co-hosts, 100 degrees and all the way from overseas, Gabrielle Falcon.
Hey, what's with that? Somebody was taking a time.
Hey, she hot. She hot over there.
Joined as well with us today is the Queen of Halloween with elf ears in between, Brianna Wiggins.
Oh, backpedal. What's up, guys?
Screaming.
And as always, our very first official Harley Sober drink mate and Harley Sober cohort and ambassador of Short, Tierra Hardwick.
And it is.
I think it's the ambassador of Short.
Making his Harley Sober debut. Making his Harley Sober debut, the sentient hat and the creator of Cap, Courtney Evans.
Oh my God.
Yo. What's good?
Thank you for joining us, Courtney Edwards. For all the people that don't know you out there, make this being your Harley Sober debut. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
What's going on? I'm Courtney. I'm here for the bullshit, and I'm always got the cap. I always got the cap ready. So
yeah, you do. You do always have the cap.
And last but not least, Lance motherfucking Lance.
Man, what is fucking
hold the fuck up. Hold on, wait a minute.
That is crazy.
That's wild.
To give an outlandish intro, but you put all that 5-second thought into each one of ours. That quick, you couldn't have came up with something for Lance's ass?
Nah, we too cool for that shit.
Hold on. Yes, I did.
Get him.
I just put the golden hour kid though, and I didn't finish it. So
yeah, we're good on that. We'll try again next time. Lance, motherfucking.
Yeah, there we go. Hey.
I can't stand you like skin motherfuckers.
I don't know nobody when I'm going
I
out.
don't even know why they brought us here.
Oh, Jesus.
Might as well just be Harley Sober, the Brian and Lance show.
It's Harley Sober, people. Shit.
So when he's the only one with an intro, you guys are upset. When he's the one with the weakest intro, you guys are upset.
You guys are upset. What, you see what I'm saying? You had no emphasis on that. He was just a regular Lance motherfucking Lane. I was like, man, I see what he did there. And
I think it's just PTSD.
Say that.
Institutionalized. You just had to say something after the intro.
See me winning.
It's understandable.
I'll
give him.
I see you, Tito Bug. What's
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor at all. Yeah, we might have to skirt that out of here. Okay.
What's that? Kiwi watermelon?
Right.
Oh, it's citrus.
I got this black cherry lemonade and then this mango lemonade. Truly, these motherfuckers are high.
The lemonade ones is bussin'. These new ones that Truly done came out with, like the first couple ones was not it. You could tell it was like
hey. Shh. That's all I got over here. Shh.
That ain't my problem, goddamn. Everybody tell you go. Ain't nobody tell you to go over there.
I want to drink them too.
As basic as they are, though, if you guys would like to sponsor us, that could have been a whole different conversation.
No,
I'm just letting you know right now, we could have hyped them motherfuckers up.
Yeah,
listen, these right here, bussin'.
They look
hey,
good
Truly,
as hell.
hey, look, I know Truly. A couple weeks ago, I talked about the Natty Ice. You know what I'm saying, popsicles. But I seen you, Truly.
Can't redeem yourself for that one.
I seen
we
you.
see
hey,
you.
Look, I'm gonna delete that episode. And
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Hey.
we retweet one of your new products, you get an extra 35 views on that motherfucker. I'm just saying, we brought you a little bit of business.
Exactly.
For now.
Brianna got 18,000 followers on TikTok. Imagine.
You see what I'm saying? You see how that work, Truly?
Oh.
You see how that work?
Get it.
What you sipping on, Courtney?
It's Belgian White Blue Moon, man.
Ooh.
That's it.
Okay.
At least
Alright,
it ain't moonshine. I'm proud of you.
So nobody gonna ask me and Gabby what we sipping on? Oh wow.
What
See,
you
Gabby?
sipping on, Bree?
Gabby can't
you know-
sip. She's
Sorry,
sipping on water.
sorry. Queen of Halloween with Elf Ears in between. What you sipping on?
Shout out to Andrea for the cup. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild.
Hardly sober. Get it for the people. Can't see it? No. Okay.
So
But-
so we got.
I'm okay.
I mean,
y'all got merch?
First off, shh. Before y'all ruin what I had planned. Shh.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up. But yeah, shout out to Andrea. And then 2, I'm drinking a Pinkity Drinkity from Starbucks.
What the fuck is Pinkity Drinkity?
It's
The pink drink with
yeah. I made it at home by myself though, because ain't nobody got time to pay them $6 when I can make that shit by myself.
With the rose water? and shit?
Pigs.
It's $6 there.
Did you put vodka in it at least? Some vodka or something?
Why vodka? That's just so gross.
Maybe a
No.
little
No,
bit of
vodka is gross. That's not really my
Vodka's
first.
Yeah.
Oof.
no.
Look, guys, I drank a whole bottle of wine yesterday, so hardly
Great.
sober.
It's smelling like bitch over there to me.
It's
Smelling
smelling like
pussy.
Smelling like bitch.
what the fuck? Just-
All I know is in December, I don't want to hear none of that. I was just drunk last night. No.
With breakfast, niggas is taking
I
shots
drank
at
I
the
drank all 30 days, but right now I just rolling with the homies. Y'all remember
So
that?
Okay.
now that we're going through all the pinkity drinkity, I have a question for Miss Andrea. Lance, are you a co-host of Harley Sober?
I thought we were all co-hosts of Harley Sober.
Did you receive a cup?
Guys, listen,
look,
y'all.
look.
I can't
She
do
just
shit
said-
for y'all
She
without
just said
y'all
shut
running
up.
y'all's mouth, man. Cat's
Listen.
out the
She
bag.
got something.
Nah,
Listen,
cat's out the
listen.
bag because
Let
I
me-
was gonna
She
be
was
y'all's
trying to
Christmas
surprise
gift.
y'all.
5 minutes, y'all would have known Brianna already got y'all's cups made. But since y'all want to be light skinned in your feelings,
Mhm.
We didn't even ask
You know
if we
what?
had
I'm
cups. We
I'm just
asked
gonna
if
I'm
we
just gonna
co-hosts
throw
of
them
the
at
show.
y'all for the Christmas special since y'all can't shut the fuck up.
You see how these people jump to the conclusions when all I asked him if he was I was just asking him to state his position for insurance purposes.
what insurance?
Nigga, cap.
When you start an LLC,
Oh, shut the fuck up. You're full of shit. You are full of shit.
I mean, you're right though. You know what I mean?
I
already
hell
thought it.
no.
I already
But-
thought it.
Being said, I'm gonna make y'all co-owners, so I ain't gotta pay y'all, and I ain't
you
gotta worry
guys,
about
I said nothing about
401k.
co-owners. You guys are
Yeah.
business partners.
whatever. activity. He said, I'm not trying to pay y'all. I'm not trying to give y'all no insurance. Y'all not gonna get no 401k, no dental, no nothing.
Unionize.
I don't even get my bottle of Crown, so
You
I
that
already
mad
knew
about it? Unionize. It's in the mail.
Yeah, that's a
That
long
bitch
ass
been in the
mail
mail
route.
for a good year.
What did we
When
say?
did we start? We started in March, right?
Yeah,
Started
it's
in
been in the mail for 6 months.
We live in a one-horse town. You know how long it takes?
A one horse per hour. A 1 horse per hour.
Yeah. You know
You
how
sent
long
it
it
by
takes
Amish?
one horse? Yeah.
You sent it by Amish.
Right, I'll
To
be right
get
back,
from
Slick.
Nebraska to Texas. Yeah.
Yo, can
He
we-
ain't seen his family in months, and y'all complaining about this one bottle of Crown.
Oh there, pal. Caught you doing 2 horses per hour in the 1 horse per hour zone. I'm gonna see your license and your registration immediately, Bucko. I'm not playing with you, pal, because if you try any of that, it's up. I got a Colt 45 and 2 big zags ready to light your ass up, and you'll have a good rest of the day, or life, or dead, something like that, brother. But try me if you want to, Slick. I'll be right back.
Bet that shit funny.
Dang.
Dude.
Damn shame.
How was y'all's week though?
But hold on. We not finna skip over, so we finna get a cup.
Yeah, now that the cat's out the bag.
Yes, everybody was gonna get a cup for Christmas.
Oh, so when I wrote that's crazy, you already knew that we was gonna get a cup.
I've been talked about it with Gabby. Like our pictures that we
that's
used
crazy.
for promo is everybody.
Can I get a better look at yours, please?
All right, let me show you. But I also do, now that y'all know, I need colors that y'all want. So on the top,
What the fuck,
it
you know?
says hardly sober.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the side, it'll have
Your
names
name.
Ooh.
and then
That's
the promo
fine.
picture that we used for Instagram when we first started off.
That's fire. Hey,
Okay,
shout out
for audio-
Andrea. for real.
Shout out Andrea. For audio listeners,
Andrea.
if you can't see,
Andrea, I'm sorry.
this is some bullshit that we just got shown, basically.
Damn. All right, well, cool.
Just a cup full of
Hurt my
disrespect.
feelings.
for
It really
audio
kind of hurt my feelings, but like, I mean, I'm gonna let it slide because we gotta keep progressing forward. But
I'm gonna be mad till I get mine. I don't care.
yeah. I'm still
Well,
mad I ain't got
it's-
my crown.
It was
so-
gonna happen when we were filming the Christmas special, but now that y'all ruined it, I'm just throwing it at y'all.
Damn.
So
I'ma
I had
catch
the
it.
whole thing
So-
planned out. I already talked about it with Gabby, but
I will say this though, Bree, knowing Brian and Lance, this is kind of your fault because you should have known they was gonna go very
Yeah.
theatrical.
Definitely.
Yeah, I was gonna
you know
dig
they
into
light
that.
skin.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna press you about that. And I ain't gonna lie to you. So
I've been
You
using
should've
it
been
for
like,
like the
this is
past
the-
2 episodes.
you ain't never.
Exactly,
You ain't never.
and ain't
you
nobody
ain't-
noticed.
Oh,
Ain't
who didn't
nobody
notice?
noticed.
Who didn't notice?
You didn't notice, motherfucker.
It's cool.
You know what? It's cool. I ain't even tripping. You feel me?
And Andrea, I might
Don't
need
care about me.
Just saying, Andre, if I would have got
Yeah.
my cup first, everybody would have known the episode I got.
Right.
it wasn't free. I had
You'd
to
have had-
pay.
You'd have had
Ain't shit in this
35
world
extra
free.
followers.
Ain't shit in this world
I
free.
still had to pay for it. But you know,
That's
it's,
fucking
it's
crazy.
cool. It's cool. But yeah,
Anyway,
Moving on.
All right, man.
dang.
So what's
Then
the
I drank
deal
out the
with
cup
this?
the whole episode.
What's the deal with this video that you wanted to go over? What's up?
All
we
right,
got?
guys. Well, you know, to the people, I sent a video in a group chat. We got a Hardly Sober group chat. Nobody took the time to acknowledge me.
nobody.
And I mean, Gabby, you know, baby, this don't include you. I'm talking about the 2 motherfuckers at the top. The boys who was whining about a cup. But I was scrolling across and I found a new podcast. It's called Fit and Fresh. If you guys want to check it out. Not to promote nobody else's stuff, but it is a really it's definitely a dope podcast to listen to, especially from a female's perspective. It's pretty much gives you advice on men. Well, it's men giving advice to other men, but like from a female's perspective, actually hearing like some of the shit that I guess men are not so open to tell women. They come out and they say it like flat out. So basically some of the stuff that they ask, and I guess I want to ask you guys, especially like the men, because there's never any like male guest. It's always like they have females on pretty much to drag them. Yeah.
So we're dragging today.
No, it's not. No, I'm not gonna drag nobody. I just that's
The
their
hell of a first
intent.
episode, Mr. Edwards. Welcome to Harley Sober.
My intent is not to drag anyone, but basically what they ask is like, what type of male or female are you in pursuit of? And by that I mean like how much money they make, if that matters to you, you know, the type of person that they are. And we could just go around the panel and everybody can give their answer, because I definitely I want to compare some of the things that I heard. And maybe if I can pull like a couple second clips, I'll do that so you guys can kind of hear what some of the women were saying. Because to me, it was kind of ridiculous. As a woman, I was kind of embarrassed to watch it because I was like, this is the standard. It's very low. But yeah, so like what type of female or male are you guys in pursuit for if they make a certain amount of money, et cetera, et cetera.
Ooh, I started.
We'll let Courtney go first since this is his first episode.
Ooh,
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me the question one more time so I can
Oh God, yeah.
walk
So,
into
Courtney,
this properly.
Basically, I guess you could start out telling the people, what is your relationship status?
Right now I am in a partnership with somebody.
Entanglement.
Can you kind of like, what does that entail? Like,
That entails me.
is it more so
And
like a
us.
hookup?
No, not at all. Not in the slightest. We are exclusively dating one another.
Okay.
And that's really where it is. We didn't put a title, a kind of boyfriend, a girlfriend, or those kind of things on it because it feels kind of rudimentary, especially at this age. Like, I'm not about to ask a girl, hey, will you go out with me? Like, that's just not where I am, at least at this point in my life. So if we have a vibe, if we're connecting and we want to see where things progress, then we'll fall into that and then have a conversation about it to be, open and transparent about where we stand and what we expect from one another.
So for you, does it matter when it comes to your dating life? I know that you already have your situation that you have going on, but does it matter about like finances to you, like what a female makes, or like what she can offer? Like what can a woman that wants to date Courtney specifically, what does she have to bring to the table in order for you to take that woman serious?
For me to take her serious, I feel like she should take her aspirations and the things that she wants out of her life serious, and that will allow us both to exist in a space where we can be our most authentic self at the end of the day, whatever that looks like. Like I'm definitely not looking for somebody who's probably making 26K a year. Like
Okay.
I do want to live comfortably in a way, shape, or form to where finances will never become a thing if something happens where I can't work or something happens. Like I don't want anybody working 2-3 jobs just to pay a bill, unless they want to do that, work a part-time job and pay for a vacation or something like it. But that's you in love with yourself and you making those moves to.
So basically she kind of has to match what you make, or perhaps more if that were to come to it.
She could absolutely make more. Wouldn't make me know.
But the
never
bare
mind.
minimum is to match you.
I wouldn't necessarily say definitive to match me. But definitely not something that you can't support living, especially the life
Based off
that
lifestyle, I would assume.
Correct, based off the lifestyle. Like I want to travel, I want to do these kind of things, and I'm not necessarily saying that I couldn't foot that bill, but it would make it much easier if we both could put in, and whatever that is, or whatever that looks like.
Okay. So who wants to go next? Anybody?
Keep
So pretty
switching it
much-
gender wise. Go on to the girls next.
Go Gabby, since she want to put me on
Okay,
the spot.
so Gabby,
Hey, on
Gabby-
me, hey, and ask her the same shit that you asked him started off.
I'm gonna ask. Everybody's gonna get the same exact question because it's kind of interesting to hear, because like what Courtney said, some of the people, like the men that had input, they had different answers as far as like what they seek out of a woman. So him saying, she would have to go 50-50. Not saying she had to, but like, you know what I'm saying? You said if she wants to put in, or you're not looking for somebody who is working the bare minimum, 26,000, making probably minimum wage, and is living paycheck to paycheck, which is fine. So Gabby, same question. What do you look for in a partner? And well, currently let the people know your relationship status.
I am in a relationship.
Okay. And when you got into your relationship, what are you specifically looking for in your exact relationship? Like, what does he have to bring to the table, and does finances matter to you? Like, what does he have to make in order for you to take him serious?
For me, I have to agree with a lot that Courtney said, because for the longest I was always the breadwinner in all my relationships. So it gets kind of like frustrating when you're like the one that's footing the bill for everything, when they could be like, putting so much more into themselves. So I feel like as long as you're secure within yourself and you have goals that you're actively pursuing and trying to obtain to make like a better version of yourself going forward before you get with somebody else, as well as like myself, because I know what I bring to the table. I bring it to the table, like point blank, regardless. Everybody, well, y'all know what I do. So, I mean, I feel like at this point in my life, I'm like, if you can't at least come to the table with the table that I have in some kind of way or more, then I'm not really interested in it. And so I would say that luckily right now I am in a position to where that person does come with the table that I have, but with a little more, because every time that I've been the breadwinner and I sit there and I build and I support, once they get to where they're at on my level or a little bit more, then I get left in the back burner. So I feel like for me personally, I'd rather have somebody who has goals and like visions that they have for themselves that they're actively pursuing. Like, I'm not trying to be with somebody who's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to school one day, or I'm gonna do this one day. And like, I'm trying, but it's like, no, you're not. You're at home playing the game all day, every day. And I'm sitting here going to work, busting my ass 6 days a week with 1 day off, tired as fuck. And you still expect me to come home and clean and all this other shit. Like, the least you could do is the laundry and some other shit, since you want to act like a housewife, like be one then, you know what I'm saying?
So basically what you're saying is the person that you want to take serious, either like how I asked Courtney, has to match you or be above the income cap that you make.
Right. Like, and don't get me wrong, like I agree with Courtney, but then like, I feel like when he said, I'm not trying to be with somebody who makes, like 27K, like if that's where you're at right now, but you're actively trying to get somewhere better, then I'll accept that. But if that's all that you see for yourself, then no, I'm not going to expect that. because
Okay.
that's something that we're making at 16, 17, working at Walmart, or I mean, working at HEB and McDonald's. Like, we're grown now, it's 2021. We just had a whole pandemic. There is definitely thousands of opportunities out there for you to make some kind of income to be able to support the type of life that you want. And the type of life that I have, I'm supporting it. Like, and so if you can't do that, I'm not gonna be supporting me and you. I worked hard to do the things that I do or that I want to do. I'm not gonna be doing it for somebody else. If I want to,
For anybody watching or listening, we don't share the same views. We know you're not making 16, 17 at Walmart or McDonald's. Don't worry. We're not naive to that.
So do you feel like you carry yourself as like an alpha female?
I do, most definitely, because my mindset growing up was my parents did the best that they could, and I did have an okay life, but I wanted to show them that everything they did didn't go down in vain. Like, I wanted to show them that they raised me right, and that I'm gonna show them that everything they did was for a reason. So that's why with me doing everything that I do, my parents was like, oh, I'm so proud of you. He's like, that's what I want you to be. I want you to see that you did everything that you could, so I could be out here doing more than what you could, making y'all happy.
All right.
But I like to be able to be sensitive and, you know, all feminine with somebody, yes. But until that happens, I'm just gonna be an alpha female.
Okay. So basically you're looking for somebody who can be the alpha male, but in past times you've kind of just technically ran into beta males, if you know what I mean by that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yo, ain't nothing wrong with the beta man.
I think we'll get to that later. But Lance, next.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. What's up?
Same question. So tell the people your current relationship status, and then if you're looking for a partner, income, does that matter to you? And then basically the same questions that I asked everybody else. So like what she has to bring to the table for you to take her serious.
Yeah. Single as a Pringle. You know, I'm kind of chilling right now. I don't really, if y'all know me, y'all know I be chilling. So I can't really say, you know, what I'm looking for, but I can say, and I'm going to preference before I start, anybody listening, this is to me. Everybody got their own way. Courtney got his way. Everybody else is going to talk, has their own way. Me personally, I am attracted to stronger women, more independent women that have something that they're working towards, where they're at that point in their life now, you know what I mean? Whether that's financial wise or whatever. I just want somebody with a plan. You see what I'm saying? If I can support you behind that plan, if you can explain it to me and I trust you and I believe in you, you know what I mean? I'm feeling that from you, then, you know, I'll support you through that moment. But I do want to say that through my life, 50-50 doesn't necessarily have to be a thing, because at certain points of time, you never know what can happen, right? Say I'm supporting her 70-30 for 3 years, but all of a sudden, now I want to go through a transition to something that I want to switch up to. I want to be able to fall back on support from her, right? But the thing is about strong-headed women, like Gabby and Bree just said, they tend to be alphas when they're alphas, but at the same time, they want the comfort level to be submissive, which is a hard balance, if that makes sense, right? Because some women will hold it over your head like, oh, I'm alpha, like I'm supporting you, and other women won't. You see what I mean? So I feel like there's got to be enough trust in both parties. As far as what I'm looking for, that would be it. Now, figuring out how you want to split it up financially, how your living situation goes, that's between you guys. I've said it before in the previous pod. That is between two parties to figure it out and not hold it over each other's head, but still have a plan behind it to know that, hey, in a year, 6 months, 5 years, this is the end goal. We support each other to when we get there. When we get there, it's going to be a glorious thing. And two, I do want a woman that, like, I come from a household where I have a strong, you know, feminine presence. My mom, you know what I'm saying? I've always said that. So she's always, regardless of, with my pops or whatever, she's always done her own thing and they've made that work. So I look up to that, you know what I mean? So that's, you know, in the future, that's would be something that I would like to, but I have no problem with supporting a female of mine, especially if the salaries don't match up or whatever the case may be. So I don't know. I guess I'm not a 50-50 or whatever, but I do look for a strong-headed woman that has some sort of vision and goal for herself, you know, in the future. That's what I say about it.
All right, T. Same question, babe. Let the people know your relationship status, and then I guess you could just let us know financial wise. Does that matter for you? Does he have to make more than you? Is it okay being 50-50? Are you okay with supporting somebody who makes less than you? And then what does he have to bring to the table in order for you to take the relationship serious?
So I am single. In this time and age, most people are doing the whole 50-50. I don't exactly disagree with it, but I guess just how I was raised up, because my mom's first husband, he mainly took care of us. But
Pause, because we're gonna have to edit this part out. Gabrielle, go to fucking hell.
Gabby, fuck you.
Yo.
What the fuck just
Oh
happened?
my god, you missed it. Check the chat.
I fucking hate
Oh
you,
my
man. I
goodness.
All
swear
right,
to
pull
God.
together. Pull together.
Anyways, you bitch. So, okay, God damn it. What was I saying?
You
Fuck
were
you,
raised in a
Brienne.
household where your
Okay.
father took care of you guys.
Yeah, so my mom's first husband, he pretty much took care of us. But that kind of backfired whenever him and my mother ended up divorcing, because she didn't have a job. She didn't have, anything to make sure that we were okay. So she kind of had to go out and get it on her own. But even before then, when we were still living in St. Louis, my mom always worked at least 2 or 3 jobs. So I've always been accustomed to, like Lance said, a strong female presence where she took care of what she had to take care of. So that's kind of how I am. I wouldn't exactly call myself an alpha female, because I'm not exactly in standing where Gabby would be. But like, I guess financially, I wouldn't call myself an alpha female, but my personality would be alpha.
Okay.
So it's like, I can take care of myself. I'm in a position where I can take care of myself, but would I want a male that is going to come in and be like, hey, I got it? You know what I'm saying? Of course, I feel like every female wants that kind of presence when it comes to their partner, their significant other. So, I would want someone who does make more than me, of course, because I'm not exactly where I would like to be in my financial standing. But like I said, I can still take care of myself. My bills are still paid. I can still go out and get my nails done, get my eyebrows arched if I would like to. So to have somebody that can come in and be like, hey, I got the bills, you use your check for what you want to use it for. That would be,
Ideal.
that would be an ideal relationship. But in reality, most men out here that are in our age range aren't exactly doing that. They
Yeah.
want to go and take the fast rate. Most of them are in jail. Most of them, and one of my biggest things, most of them got kids. So they got to pay child support, or they got to do for their kids, or you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Brian,
me.
You're in
But
a
it's-
relationship.
But I was about to say, but it's different because you're with the mother of your child. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're with someone else, but you can't provide for her because you have to do child support, take care of your child. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say I can say what my ideal partnership would be, but to actually just be like, yeah, this is the kind of man I want. This is the kind of man. He needs to be this. He needs to be that. They come and they can lie to you and say that they got all that, but when it comes down to it, they don't got it. So it's like, I kind of take it how I see it. And once we get to that point, if it's not where I want it to be, then I decide whether I want to let that go. Or like Lance said, if they have a plan and they're working towards that plan, then I can work with that. So
B, do you want to put any input? Even though you're in a relationship, maybe you can kind of give your standpoint to how you got where you were.
Sure. So I am currently taken off the market. No, I apologize to everybody out there. I know it's a heartbreak. but
Sorry, don't be sorry.
Don't get these people killed now. Come on now.
look,
fucking
because
with
we
you.
coming behind.
So you
people.
sorry. You sorry.
Yeah, don't be sorry.
Sorry for nigga.
Be-
empathetic sorry, not a sympathetic sorry.
Mm.
So sorry,
Um,
not
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. I don't know. Me personally, I'm prone to comfortability, unfortunately. So if I don't have like that rabbit to chase, like if you're not, I mean, I guess opposed to recently where I've been filling out all my hobbies, starting this podcast, doing the streaming shit, doing my writing shit. Other than that, usually like financially wise or career wise, I'm usually prone to like comfortability where I get to a point to where I can sustain myself. And then I just kind of just chill there because I don't really feel a need to go any higher, which is something I definitely need to break out of. But when I have that rabbit, like right now, Rebecca's making more than me, a decent deal more than me. And so seeing her do that and taking care of the kid kind of like puts in my head like, hey, now you go up. You know what I mean? So just having that rabbit to chase kind of helps with the way I think about like my career wise and stuff like that. It kind of gets me out of that comfortable spot that I'm prone to be in. So, I mean, other than that, fuck how I got here. I don't know. I got lucky. Nutted in the right person, I guess.
Honestly,
Bro, this
Hey.
nigga's stupid. No, but I want to say this before. I don't know if you're gonna touch on this at all, Bree. But especially what Tita Bug was saying. It's a hard balance, right? Because you like you say, you want to trust somebody in the things that you tell them. And then when I say trust, I don't mean by their words, but by their actions, right? Because anybody can tell you all day long, yeah, I'm doing this, I want to do this, I want to do that. And like I said, you securing trust in another person has to be off action. You know what I mean? And like I said, and that could always change because nothing's perfect in life. So like you could have a plan and there could be a bump in the road and there may be a swivel in it. But like I said, it's the balance between two parties. I've always said that. Y'all got to figure it out between y'all, whether, like I said, me and myself and somebody else, or you guys and somebody else. And I always say that it's all about the balance, because I never want to be in a situation where we're working too much and we don't enjoy each other, because that's a whole different type of stress. I mean, you guys are working 2 jobs or working 10, 12 hours a day. Y'all both come home. Y'all don't feel like doing shit. Y'all can't even enjoy the money that you guys are making. And that puts a completely different strain on a relationship, because then you're like, what more can I do? And am I doing as much as I can? And why does it feel like the other party is not? It can make you guys kind of, because then you're like, well, damn, I don't think I can see myself sustaining this particular situation with this person, with the amount of stress that I'm going through at work. And then I come home, there's not really an outlet or something that you guys can comfortably confine in, because that same person is going through the same shit. So y'all trying to be positive for each other, but mentally you're like, man, fuck, I'm going through it. So I don't know. That's all I got on that one right there, man. That's a good question though. I got to admit to you.
Yeah, it was really like, I don't know, just watching that, it made me kind of like think back. And it's like I said, that some of the answers that I was hearing, and we touched on it a little bit before we started recording, was like kind of the bar being set low. And I don't want to be not feminist, but anti-feminine and say like women's perspectives of what they want out of men. I don't want to say it's out of reach, but majority, and I'm not going to say us, because I think we fall into a different category because we don't live unrealistically, but majority of the women that I was seeing, they wanted a man who was in the top 1%. And by that, I mean a man who makes 6 figures. And in our lifetime, is that achievable? I'm not going to say no. You know what I mean? Like, if you get it, great, but be more realistic. The top 1% of men who make 6 figures, sis, you're more than likely you're going to share him. Like, that's just the possibility. Like, you're not going to be the only person in a man that's in the top 1%. And that's what women want. They want somebody who is a millionaire and is still going to take care of them and who's not going to cheat on them. But
well, you can't generalize that situation like that, though.
Let me tell you this.
Majority of them, it's true. The top % of people, I mean, how often do they get caught up? Basketball players, any type of entertainer, lawyers, doctors, like, majority of those people are not faithful. So living
majority.
Living making 5 figures that ain't fucking faithful.
No, but
niggas making 2 figures that ain't faithful.
What I'm saying, guys, no, I know
niggas living off stimmies ain't faithful.
Donating plasma.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying in general is that I feel like women have a different vision in their lives, than men. Like, men could be comfortable, and this is what they kind of touched on. Majority of men don't really care how much a woman makes, because at the end of the day, a man has to create value and a woman has to preserve hers. So a man is always going to chase a bag, and a woman is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to sound traditional, but that's the way I grew up. Like, a woman, and I hate the ideology, but at the same time, I get it. A woman takes care of the home. A woman takes care of kids. Now, does that mean that's what women today have to do? But no, some men, that's what they look for in women is, are you going to be a great mother? At the end of the day, can I count on you to support me? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not making what I'm making and, you come home from work, like, is dinner going to be made? I'm not saying that it doesn't need to be 50-50, but in my head, I guess I'm just a little bit more traditional when it comes to things like that, like expectation, as far as like women to men. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. I agree with you on that, but I feel like, because I was raised the same way. I always wanted, to be the wife and all this other stuff that took care of like the home and everything, but I wanted to do for myself too, because there's no way you're not gonna tell me what I can and can't do with money. So that's why I make my own. As somebody who damn near makes 6 figures, I want somebody who understands what it takes to get there and what it's gonna take to maintain that. I don't want somebody who gets to that level and is like, okay, I done got it now, I ain't gotta do it. No, keep that, stability, keep doing that, keep fighting for it. And then to go back on what you said, as far as like being with like an alpha female, but it's kind of hard because they'll throw it back in your face. I've always been one, like, yes, I'm very alpha, but the second that I'm with somebody that I know can do what I need them to do, I'm support you 110%. Like, you would never even think that I'm somebody who's making damn near the same as you, if not more than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm gonna be like, oh well, baby,
Never
you can
throw it in their face.
You can do, yeah. Like, I've never been a person, even when it comes to family. Like, I've never been somebody to throw, because that shit hurts. I've had
So
it done to me. Nobody wants.
My bad. Let me ask y'all a question. So you have your career, or whatever. You're doing well in your life, and you're in your outlook. You feel like you're doing well in your life. Your partner is an A-list celebrity. Would you feel comfortable with them having a sex scene with another A-list celebrity? That's their job. You got to support them.
Like
That's
a
the
movie, like
thing.
an actor.
They're getting paid for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's your job. That's your
You
job.
have to be.
Just like I tell everybody else that I've ever been in a relationship, you know what it is at the end of the day. You go and do something that you know you shouldn't be doing. That's on you if this relationship ends.
So your wife has. So hold on. Let me ask Courtney and Lance real quick, and then I'm gonna get to y'all. Your wife has a sex scene with The Rock, butt naked. She got to get paid for that. You support her 100%.
The thing is, I wouldn't. Okay, so this is to the point, right? This is sick, and I hate that you brought this up because you're making me. Y'all almost switched up what I was gonna say, but I had, you know what I'm saying, real shit. So this is I gotta support. If that's our job, I gotta support her like I say that I do, even if I don't agree with it. Right now, is The Rock really gonna? I'm gonna just ask her if she got to do it. Is this something that is you know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be done, and if it's got to be done, then. No, but this is the thing, is like sex scenes and movies on this. I mean, you gotta have sex with him. Now they may be butt ass naked. You see what I'm saying? So like, I'm like, hey, if you're gonna be rocking with The Rock, I'm not gonna rock with you. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's any sort of incision going on in this motherfucker, like, but no, like, to be honest, I feel like I wouldn't have a choice. If I say that I support that person the way I do, I would have no choice. You see what I mean? And which is sick. I would be sick about it, but I'd get over it. You know what I'm saying? I would get over it. I would definitely get over it.
Especially when the check clear. How about you?
I would definitely get over it. Yeah.
I mean, you really gotta put it into perspective the conversations that y'all had prior to. You knew what you were walking into when you decided to be with an actress, especially if she was already A-list. If she was on the up and come up, still the same thing. She's an actress. These are the things that happen in acting. It'd be the same
stepping
thing
stones and the goals and shit.
It'd be the same thing for a porn star. It'd be the same thing if you want to deal with a stripper. Like, there's certain things that you know that your partner is going to have to go through for the sake of their career, because that's what they want to do. And you made the choice to accept that person as they are. As soon as you start to switch it up, as soon as you start to ask something different of them for the sake of your ego, and not just her, like, it's you down bad. So you have to support her. I would support her. I would be tight. I would be tight. But I would be able to swallow that on the back end.
Yeah.
100%.
So let me ask you this: like, once y'all are just in like the midst of a conversation, and I know what she goes, well, like, The Rock does it this way, or like, The Rock would have never done that. Like, that would piss me off because
that's different. See, no,
but see,
no.
That's toxic. That's messy.
Yeah,
that's not taking into consideration.
Well, this question is in the vein of, if you have a healthy relationship with that person, then that's
correct.
You would do.
So and if that was the relationship, it wouldn't be healthy, and then we probably wouldn't even have been in the situation or in the partnership or relationship anyway.
So going over to the female side, let me ask y'all the same question, but with, I don't know, some sexy flexy ass female actress. Give me one so I don't get in trouble.
Megan Good or something like girl.
Good.
I don't know.
So yo dude, A-list actor. He's been doing this, I guess, since we're in this vein. Before you guys met or at the same time around you guys met, and he has a sex scene with Megan Good. You guys cool with that?
I mean, like you said, it comes down to whether or not you're secure enough in your relationship. If you're an insecure woman, then yeah, you're going to be bothered by it. But coming into the relationship, if you knew that was their job and that was a possibility of things that they have to do, then, and you have the conversation about it, then I don't see why you can get mad. You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna feel no way about it?
No, because
hold on. Sorry. Hold that thought. My bad. Because there's a second part to this question. Courtney and Lance, before I go over to Bree's answer, are y'all gonna watch the movie?
I'm probably pulling up to the premiere with her. So that
I mean-
Yeah, I
ain't
was
had no
about to say,
choice.
that's
Okay.
facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be honest, if she's an A-list
Yeah.
actor, of course. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Damn, so you're
What
not
fu-
gonna do it if she
'Cause that
if
would
she a
also-
indie film festival actress, bro.
Because that would also be
no, because we're not
supporting
gonna go to
her.
a premiere.
She missed her own premiere because Lance is secure. Like, bitch, you a C celebrity. Sit down.
Nigga, that bitch.
Nah,
he on, the,
look, I
he on the
look.
red carpet with a hoodie and some
Look.
slides on. He's like, I don't even
Look,
see you, nigga.
with this jacket right here on with a
Basketball
t-shirt.
shorts.
Sitting in the back like this in all the pictures.
Every
he
the
mad?
rock. Hey, the rock is like, hey, I heard good things about you, man. And he tried to dap him up. Then get off him, nigga.
Yeah, after you
Go
about
like
break
this.
his damn shoulder.
No, real shit though. Like I said, like, I would have no choice. Like I said, I mean, if that's what it was and I signed up for it, I would have no choice. No matter how I felt about it in the moment, like I would still,
Mhm.
I would, like I said, like I'm that in tune. Like if I were to be on that level with somebody else, I would live with that uncomfortable segment
Mhm.
because I'm supporting that person. Even though deep down, I'm like, damn, I wish she ain't had to fuck on The Rock in the movie. Probably gonna be a good movie though, and it is The Rock. We're gonna make bands, but still, like, damn. But I'm still gonna support her in that moment. So I mean, I don't know. Like I'm not really too insecure in that standpoint, but I would still in the back of my head be like, man, fuck, you ain't gotta do it. You wanna do it, don't you, stupid ass? But no.
All right. So
I
sorry,
would
back
support
to
it.
Bree. Go ahead, finish your answer. And
I
then
mean, it's
at the
pretty
end,
much,
would you watch it on a random Thursday afternoon?
Probably not. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and lie because that's just me. Like, I'm not gonna turn on the flick and be like, yeah, let me watch my man pretend to fuck this girl on a random Thursday, Friday,
me.
Saturday afternoon. But like for a
Nice.
premiere, absolutely, because that's supporting them. That's their role. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want my significant other being caught out taking pictures and shit like that, and I didn't go because I'm insecure. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta watch a sex scene. Like, literally half the time that shit only lasts like a minute or two, and then it cuts to the next scene. So why
Yeah, it
are
ain't
you
never
so
gonna be no egregious.
yeah,
ass
it's not
sex
the
scene,
whole
yeah.
movie that I have to sit there and watch it. But I mean, like I said, it just boils down to whether or not you're secure enough in your relationship. And if you're insecure, then yeah, you will have some problems.
Yeah, Abby.
For me, I would say no, it's not gonna bother me because at the end of the day, how many people say, yeah, you know, my man had to fuck Megan Good and he made some money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't just out here doing it just to do it. Like that's his job or whatever. But I would definitely support him 102%. Like Lance said, I'd be like, are y'all fucking? Or like, you know, it's just one of those scenes where like some shit got
That
heavy
matters.
after y'all went out to dinner one night and then boom, y'all got like a 5-second sex scene and then boom, it cuts to the next morning and you on your way to work or whatever.
Mhm.
As far as going to the premiere itself, me personally, I'm gonna ask, are you sure you want me to go? Like, are you sure they're not gonna want you and Megan to like appear for like the visual of the movie together or whatever, you know, like answer some questions or whatever. If yes, then I'm Gucci. I'm gonna stay home because I really don't want to see it. But if not, and he does want me to go, then yes, I will go. I will watch it. Although, like Lance said in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know what, you ain't have to do all that. Like, come on.
Look, I don't want to cut you off. I just
we in the middle of it. You talking about some goddamn.
I ain't never seen you act like
Look.
that, nigga.
Right.
look on me. On me, look.
Even though I know like we have a good relationship and we have like, you know, our thing is good. There might be some days where you piss me off, like some normal shit. That sex scene is gonna play in the back of my mind. I'm like,
Listen.
what's wrong with you, you nasty sweaty
Is
bastard?
it
If I
her?
go,
Is it Megan?
yeah, look. If I go to a premiere with my shorty and I see The Rock fake beating her down, she's got to get to work that night, immediately through the door. That night, gotta go to the. Not
Let me show you how we
not
do it.
happen. I don't give a fuck.
Mhm. Yes,
Nigga,
sir.
I'm about to swallow it all.
I'm look, man.
Nothing. Like,
Or be spontaneous during the premiere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, what?
okay,
Man,
see what I'm saying?
what?
Like, oh, that's what you
That's
wanted?
real.
right.
Big
like-
hand work in the
As
movie
soon as we
theater.
get home, I don't even care what kind of dress I'm wearing. Rip this bitch off and put my hair in a ponytail, swallowing it, balls and all. Like, oh, so that's what she was doing? Like, I'm about to show you.
Oh, Jesus.
So what about you, Tier? And then I got one more modifier to this question after she answers, and then I'll leave it alone.
I mean, if we're gonna keep it a bean, most of them really don't be having sex. So
Well, yeah, but you'd be.
I
comfortable.
can't.
Would you watch it on Thursday afternoon?
I mean, maybe.
Like, what if it was like real rewatchable? Like, it was like a real.
Yeah, like, if it was a
banger.
good ass
It was
movie,
fire.
Shit.
We got the Rock in it, man.
Look,
That's
I'm out here
that's
pretending
that's
I'm in a relationship with all kinds of people and they fucking in movies. Like, what? I mean, what can I
Right.
do? It's his job.
True.
It's his job. Like, that would just, and I would just be like, if the roles were reversed, like that's just the type of person I am. If I was in that position, I would want him to be fully supportive of what I'm doing because I'm out here chasing the bag, and that's it. Now, if it becomes something more and I end up seeing some shit like in the tabloids, like they was out here sneaky
Like
linking and they all up in
Angelina
the,
and Brad.
like, oh, then I'm gonna fuck
Mr.
you
and
and that
Mrs.
bitch
Smith.
up. So
X,
Wait, would
yeah, because he would,
Jada.
I'm gonna fuck him and that bitch up.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you were gonna tag in for a threesome. I thought
No, ma'am.
That's where I thought it was.
I don't-
going to.
I don't
Damien!
share. I don't share. That's one lesson in kindergarten.
You wouldn't
I did
share
not
with Megan
learn,
Good?
was sharing. No,
You want to
I
share
don't
with
even think-
Megan Good?
No,
and I might get a lot of flack for this. I don't think she's that
Heard her-
pretty.
I'm a heard
I
her
think
feet.
she's pretty. I think she's pretty, but I feel like a lot of the men that are like, oh, Megan Good, she.
Her last name is Good.
She ain't better than me.
Okay,
Penny-
and my last
Penny-
name can be great. Like, what the fuck you mean? Her
I
last
know.
name
Oh,
good.
oh, oh.
I don't
I
give
set
a
up the
fuck.
spike and she slammed it
Give
down
a
for a fucking
fuck.
alley oop, nigga. Good shit.
Shit.
All right,
So,
last
I
modifier
mean-
to this question. What if for publicity, they were contractually obligated to go with each other to the premiere? You could still come, but you couldn't be like with your partner. They had to show up together like that,
I wouldn't
holding
go.
hands and shit.
I wouldn't
I
go. That would
wouldn't
make it easy for me not to go because honestly, deep down, I don't want to go. I want to support you, but I don't want to have to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like me supporting you shouldn't have to, like, if you ask me, baby, will you please watch the movie? Then of course I'll watch it. I'll support you all day long. But that's just like, if I was doing it, me personally, I wouldn't want you to have to see that because no matter, this is just me, no matter how secure you are, that's a specific moment between just you and your partner, whether it's real or fake, it may make you feel some type of way. Especially imagine you're in a crowded theater around a bunch of people and you start hearing them go, oh yeah, you know, dig that bitch down.
He's killing that shit.
Work. You're like,
Hey, and the whole
Contractual doesn't necessarily mean that they have to sit next to each other. It just means they have to show up to the red carpet, take pictures, and then
I would
go into the
prefer
premiere.
for that than me to have to go to it. If I have to go, then I will. But if I would, that's why I'm gonna ask. Wouldn't they rather you two go? It's y'all's movie, y'all the stars. Like, are
Nah,
you
fuck
sure?
that.
You don't want to be there
Fuck
supporting.
that.
I'm
I'ma
still
be
gonna
there.
go.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be right
I'm still gonna go.
there.
I
the
just
whole time. Look,
look
pictures
dumb in
being
the
taken.
back.
I'm gonna do one of these. Take the picture of her. Right back. We go right back. Right back. Yes, sir. Another one.
And
Oh,
now we
you
about
thought
to
you
get
were
to the
saying
Right
photo.
back. Right back. No, I'm not playing that shit. Y'all got me fucked up. I do not care. No.
But I understand the whole.
What's the picture gonna make a difference?
But I understand
Don't
the
care.
whole
Well, but what
contractual
the
thing.
just like you said, what the picture gonna make the difference? Her being there and the contractual obligation don't make no difference because she's still with me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Why
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there.
And even if I'm there or not,
you're gonna come home to me.
Of course, but I'm gonna go there with you because that's your.
I'm gonna go there
I'm gonna
still.
be there to support you, and we gonna leave together.
Together.
What's-
Contractually obligated to
Okay,
leave
so
together.
imagine it's not no regular movie and it's a 50 Shades of Grey shit where they're actually fucking.
I mean, they didn't
They was
actually-
fucking on it. They was actually.
No.
They was actually fucking on
They
there.
hated
Okay.
each
No.
other. The whole movie, they literally hated
Okay.
each other.
And that's one thing I would have to say
but
too,
again,
because
it'd be-
think about it. If you
Go
don't
ahead.
show up, you know how many fucking after parties movie premieres got, and you not there, so
I'll
you
go
gonna
to
you
the
gonna be
after
more
party.
mad. You're gonna be more mad sitting at home because now she had an after party with a whole bunch of other people. After they didn't just watch her fuck the rock, or in this situation, watch your nigga fuck Making Good. Now bitch is all in the after party like, oh, and you not there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would
I gotta
go
be there.
regardless. I'm
No, I'd probably
Even-
pull up to the after parties.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. I'll
I'm
go to
going.
the after party, but I don't have to. If you want me to go, then yes, I will go to the premiere. If I don't have to go, then for me personally, I would rather not go.
But why should they? And this is just me, and maybe this is a question everybody can ask. Why should they have to ask you as a partner? You should be willing to support them through whatever.
I didn't-
Everybody
Exactly.
said we
You
was
have to
Exactly.
ask me. I said straight out the gate, I would ask, are you sure this isn't something they would want for just the two of you to show
I
up
wouldn't ask
as
that.
for contractual purposes?
Okay,
If not,
and-
then yes,
and-
I would go.
Go ahead, Courtney. Go.
Oh, no.
No, he switched it at the end. Oh,
Good.
no, but the real shit, like, oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's just it's tough because you just, for me, I would always want to be able to exist in a space where my partner, the person I plan to be with or am with, can exist in her element and me watch her do her thing.
I
Like,
can agree.
regardless of what it is, I get the connotation behind it and all of these things, but given that all of that is encompassing, them being an actor, A-list, all of these things, and it's Hollywood, I would want to be able to experience that with them, regardless if they were contractually obligated to go together. I'm still gonna be there. I'm still gonna be shooting the shit with Rihanna
Right,
and Jay-Z off in the
And The
side.
Rock, don't care.
Like, and The Rock. Like I'm still gonna be having these conversations and engaging in these dialogues with these people to let them know that I am present, let them know that I am here and that I'm not intimidated
By anything
to anything that she has going on, because at the end of the day, that's
That's
us.
my woman.
No,
Right.
but
I was
see,
about to
but
say
and
I get that.
yeah,
And I'm not
that's
saying
the
that I'm
point.
intimidated by it. By no means am I saying that I'm intimidated by it, but I don't know. Maybe it's just we'll get to that point one day. I'll get to that point one day.
And this is why I would never date a celebrity, because it's just
No,
too
I mean I
much.
wouldn't have a problem dating a
It
celebrity.
is. It's a lot. That would be tough.
Because there's
Yeah.
a lot that plays into your mental, because you got to think like, let's just say, oh my God, I'm dating fucking Chris Brown or whatever, and he goes to lunch with fucking.
He would
I
cheat
don't
on you regardless. Nigga can't keep his dick in his pants for nothing.
Even regular
what it
men
is.
can't. Besides the point. Let's just say I'm dating Chris Brown or whatever, and he goes to lunch with Gigi. Gigi's my sister. But people don't know that. They just see him at lunch with another woman. Like, it's always gonna be some bullshit. I would never
But
be
that comes with the
intimidated.
fame.
Whenever you're done, Brianna, let me know.
I'm just
Oh,
saying that
shit.
comes with the fame though. Like,
I mean,
no
you
matter
have
what,
no
you
privacy.
have,
I
yeah.
have no
I would
privacy.
have got to that point. If you would have let me finish, I would have got to that point. But because you so rudely interrupted, I get
But
it.
that's invalid to what they were asking.
But it wasn't.
Well,
if
we're
you
not-
would've known that.
Oh my God, here we
What
go.
we're not finna do is this right here. Next. 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 Next.
I hate y'all. I seriously hate y'all.
But now Courtney
Me too.
Courtney had me rolling in the last part. I don't want to bring it up again because then we're gonna get back into it. But no, I felt that 100%. You gotta support her through that situation. That's the trust that you build behind the scenes. You gotta
But
you gotta
not everybody can
fulfill
handle that
that.
as well too.
and that's the thing.
It's not
But
for
but again,
everybody.
but
Yeah.
but that's
if
the
we
thing.
already there,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That conversation
no
should have
choice,
been already
kinda.
had.
Yeah. You
That
ain't
conversation
got
should
no
have been
choice at
had.
that point.
So, like, I am who I am. Are you? You know what I'm saying? Is that okay? Are you gonna support me no matter what? There may be some uncomfortable situations. That's something. How you answer is on you. If you say yes and you can't, that's on you. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. For sure.
I draw my M&M.
I don't know. But I think Gib had a question, which I think would be really fun to kind of
Do
shoot
it.
the shit.
Do it.
She sent it to me and I was laughing. So it is,
Do it.
I think it would be really funny. So I definitely want to hear the answers on this one.
So, this has
Right.
absolutely this has absolutely nothing to do with the topic we were just talking about. So do you feel, you can disagree or agree, do you feel like sucking dick is way more work than eating the cat?
And think of it, no, listen, not in a gay perspective,
Not in a
not,
gay perspective.
not in a
Coming
gay
from a woman's
perspective,
view.
but coming from a man and a woman's view, do you feel
Do
like
you
a
feel
woman
like-
has to put in more work, or do you think you guys have to put in more work?
I'll start.
There you go.
Oh, this-
That's what we need.
No,
this is about to,
I feel like me personally, and this might be a biased opinion, obviously, because I'm not touching the dingling. I'm eating the cat.
That's what we mean. Do you feel like
I
Becca?
feel like,
Do you
hear
feel
me
like
out. Hear me out.
you?
I feel like eating cat has to be way fucking harder than sucking dick, because first of all, it's already harder to get women off than it is to get men off.
Fact.
Second, there's a lot more obstructions to where you need to be eating the cat at than there is to where you need to be sucking the dick at. Third, I don't know the jaw soreness situation of sucking the dick, but I know the jaw soreness situation of eating a cat, and it comes quick, and not in the good way comes quick. Like the soreness comes quick. That shit hurts after about like, we really think about this. You need to be more appreciative of your man if he's doing that, because we power through that shit. Like within the first maybe 45 seconds to 60 seconds of eating the cat, our shit is already locking up. So if he goes any longer than that, you need to be way more appreciative of your man and stop being spoiled,
Maybe
because
if
we
you
down there.
doing-
But yeah, I think you should just slow down just a little bit, bro. If your
So-
shit locking up at 45 seconds.
I'm
I be
gonna.
trying to get down there.
Nigga
You know
say
what
you
I'm
I
going
mean,
saying?
he
crazy.
be going to work.
Be back,
That nigga said I'm
man.
going.
He said I'm going. Listen, going.
I'm
Nigga,
gonna
I'm down here
agree
for a
with
reason.
with
EA
Bryant. I'm not even gonna fight y'all on that. I feel like for women it is a little bit easier because it's pretty simple. But I will disagree as far as women. I feel like the lockjaw comes a lot quicker because you got to think Y'all's is more so like a specific shape. Ours is like an entire cylinder, pretty much, and consistently being in that shape, going up and down. Like you're prone to get a lock jaw quicker than you would. I don't even see how y'all jaws would lock up with that, but okay. I don't know what the fuck you be doing.
Right.
We know you ain't no coochie. We know you ain't no coochie, and it's okay. But Brian, I felt that on my mama.
Well, duh, I ain't, but I'm fucking straight. But I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to picture like how you would get locked jaw in that type of situation. But if that's what y'all say, then okay. But I do agree. I feel like men have it, you know what I'm saying, a little bit harder than women because, like you said, trying to find the right spot and, you know what I'm saying, make sure that she gets hers as well. Like, it takes a lot more work than men are super easy. Like,
and y'all shit is like an airport. Our shit is like a Walmart. You can just walk into Walmart. Airport, you got to go through 3 different checkpoints.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to go down different kind of corridors and shit like that. So
I'm screaming.
I feel like though, if she doesn't know necessarily what gets her
that
off,
was a bad analogy. My bad.
for me, like,
That nigga Courtney's so disappointed in me.
if you're a woman who knows exactly where your spot is, just let that motherfucker know so he can stay right there. You should be good. But I do agree.
Y'all doing that? Hold on, pause. Y'all doing that though?
Yes.
Y'all doing that?
Yes.
No shame. No
Okay,
shame.
my bad. Go ahead.
Very good.
I will say,
Don't waste my
All
time.
of
Thank
you.
you.
The
That
best-
is some,
No
thank
shame.
you.
No, not your time. My time. Don't waste
My time,
Both,
exactly.
both. Like
Go
that
right
nigga
to
Brian
the
said. I don't
fact.
care what niggas said. Niggas should be burning. Okay, I don't give a fuck what nobody's
What-
I don't
talking
know how
about.
it
What movie was that where she was like, wrong hole, fool? Was
Don't
that,
do
like that
this.
type of
South
situation?
Central.
Yeah, no.
Yo.
I feel like
Somebody?
Yeah.
I feel like
Courtney.
it is more
Or
work
Gabby.
for a man, especially if a woman doesn't know specifically where she gets off best at. Especially if you're a woman who knows what she's doing for a man, it doesn't take that long. So you don't have to necessarily worry about lockjaw. If you know the like mouth to gum ratio, so there's not very much teeth involved, then it shouldn't take that long. Because some women don't know that there should not be any teeth involved. And you got
Well, dude, you
like,
can't
wait.
generalize that statement either, because some people
True,
might want a little bit rougher.
Yes,
Yeah.
some people.
But-
y'all like bitches biting on your dick?
Not
Nobody
biting,
said
but
that.
yeah,
Nobody said
you know what I'm
that.
saying.
Give it a little
Nobody
nibble,
said
nibble.
that,
No, but I'm saying like there are some women who don't know that it's not just teeth trying to sharpen the fucking dick while they're down there. Like
That
there's
is
other shit involved. But I do feel like it is harder for men because some women don't know how to say, hey, look, because I'll be like, hey, wait a minute. No, stay right there. Or I'll move you to where you need to be. Whereas some women are comfortable with that. Because there's nothing worse than almost getting to that point and then he think he doing something somewhere else and now you're just sitting there fucking frustrated as hell.
And
Hey,
let your
Brian.
partner know, hey, this is a thing that needs to stop. You're allowed to let your partner know that that's not doing it, because
Yes.
especially
Thank
with
you.
what I just said and the soreness that happens on both parts. I'm not gonna just exclude females from that. If we're not doing something right, you need to let us know, so we're not just doing that shit for no reason.
Thank
But
you.
Do y'all want to know a statistic? And this is actually proven. For a woman to actually reach their point of climax, normally it does come through clitoral stimulation.
Come through.
Yeah, literally come through clitoral stimulation. That stimulation needs to take place anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. So when you're doing this for 30
You missed the
seconds
mark.
and you think that's, you know, what our dumb, like men, I'm here to tell you, no, women need roughly about 15 to 20 minutes to hit a point of climax for clitoral stimulation.
So if you're past that 20 minutes, you can't get it no more.
No, I'm just saying in general, most women
Oh.
need about 15 to 20 minutes of clitoral stimulation to
I thought it was
reach
more like a
climax.
landing zone. You scared
There
the
are
fuck
some
out of me. I was like, shit.
No, no.
There are some points where you can't miss it. Like if you almost get her to that point with clitoral stimulation and then you stop to go somewhere else,
Oh yeah, it's
it's
over.
not gonna feel as good as it would have if you just kept going. And that's
I heard that's the same thing with the man. Like if a man almost gets there and then
Blue
it
balls?
just goes away.
Yeah, we can last longer.
It
Well,
won't feel
just
the-
yeah, like,
but it won't
it'll
feel
come
the
back.
same.
Trust
Yeah,
me, it'll come
feel
back.
the
It-
same.
It'll
it'll feel the
gonna
same.
come.
It'll probably
Good.
feel
Motherfucker
better.
gonna come back.
Yeah, it'll probably feel better.
Really?
To be honest with you,
I'm
if
telling
you're
you.
into that point and you slow down, that's why we slow down. We
Duh.
slow down and take a break. It helps us last longer, but it's gonna come back and it's probably gonna feel a lot better that second time.
You talking about duh? I ain't got no dick, nigga. I don't know. The fuck?
Yeah,
But
you gotta
had
help
a
our
nigga say, hold
females.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You can have one of them before. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Facts.
I feel like that's always the after point, like after post come when it's like sensitive, and then like the girl is still going, and they'd be like, "Wait, don't move,
That shit-
don't move," and I'm
That
like,
should be.
"The fuck you mean don't move?"
And still be moving.
Yo,
And still be
still
moving.
be moving. Like we
Fucking
be like,
stop
yo, just
moving.
stop.
No,
Hey, look, no cap, no cap.
Yeah,
And it'd be
I'm
that, hey,
done.
look, and no cap, it'd be that little twitch too, like, nigga, stop. It'd be literally like the swing, like,
Niggas be backing up from like,
Hey, that
I
shit
was
always
laughing.
makes me laugh.
I was laughing one time and it was still in, and he was like, "If you fucking chuckle one more time, I'm probably gonna jump."
because every time that you flex up, you move. So it's like,
yeah, them
I've definitely had that.
Laughing,
He's like,
though.
wait, and it
and
doesn't
coughing.
make you laugh
If you
more.
cough, them motherfuckers.
But that's the thing, he
Right.
was
That shit is
making me
deadly,
laugh.
bro.
How you gonna make me laugh and tell me to
It's
stop
the
fucking moving?
faces. It's the
Yes,
faces that
like,
get
I
me because they be
can't.
like, I'm like, what you mean?
I
don't
feel
move?"
so fucking attacked right now, dog.
Yo, so
I'll tell you, there's been twice that
Oh.
I looked for the face when it happens,
Uh,
and after those 2 times, I was like, yeah, I'd rather keep my eyes because that shit be funny as fuck.
Hey,
And the last
we're-
thing I want to do is laugh.
We're still at an advantage because we make a face one time when it's happening, and girls make a face the entire time.
Okay,
it's
but
happening.
y'all,
And we
y'all-
be
You're not
wanting to
gonna
laugh too.
attack us like that. You're not gonna
Sometimes-
attack us.
hey, hold on. Let's talk about that. Please let us
Especially
know.
when it's good.
Let us know.
that'll be
hold on, wait.
fantastic. And
Can
this
you give
is
us
not-
an example?
Y'all give us examples of the female faces, and we'll give you examples of the male faces.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
not,
give you
I'm not
examples.
gonna do it. I'm not gonna
But-
fucking do
but
it.
The thing is, and this isn't just necessarily for Rebecca because she's gonna watch this and she's gonna get mad at me. She's gonna feel self-conscious. But for every female, you know damn well, and that's why some females be like covering their face and shit because they
Oh,
know
I
damn
big
well
pillow.
the
Big
entire
pillow.
time you're making a face. We make a face when we nut, yeah, and we might make it like a focus face while we're doing it, but the whole time, y'all.
Yeah, big pillow. I be having a pillow all over the like. No, nigga, do not look at me.
Hey, so
Hey.
question.
Disagree.
Side note. I'm gonna say I got a question.
For me, I hit that one eyebrow raise, and I'm gonna look at you while my mouth is like wide open. Like I'm not gonna sit here and look all demonic with my nose away.
Like this,
Oh yeah,
This was-
oishi, konnichiwa.
that one
Oh.
face, that shit sounds scary as hell.
I guess it's a good thing I don't know how to wink. It,
No.
oh my God,
Oh yeah,
it was-
konnichiwa.
It was giving, hold on, it was giving very much Kevin Hart. Brian, do it again.
No.
No, so I do have
Y'all
a question though for the
stupid.
men. So as far as like, okay, so I've heard this thing go around that once a man, yeah, no, it's I don't think it's bad. I really want to know the truth about it. So post nut for men, they will look at a woman and she will instantly become less attractive than what she was during intercourse. Is that true?
The way Lynn's
Nah.
face went down,
What's the
I feel like
No, because this was a trending topic for, I think it was on TikTok or something like that, where they were saying that and women were really asking like, hey, is this really true? Like, is that how men feel? But they don't ever say anything. So
Hold on,
I'm
hold
here
on.
to ask you guys.
First of all, you're gonna host this, obviously. Tell the people who you want to answer first, but I need to hear the question again because I didn't hear it.
So this is for the boys specifically because women can't answer this. There was a trending topic a couple weeks back where it stated that men post nut after having intercourse, they will immediately find the person that they had intercourse with less attractive. Is that a true statement? And if so, can you guys maybe give the females clarification if they have came across that statement before?
Who do you
Hold
want
on,
to answer
wait,
first?
is that before the first nut or the second nut?
I don't know. I guess it would just be like,
Gabby, you're not
once it's
answering
all
the question.
done.
Any
Once
nut.
it's all done.
yeah, like once it's done, do you guys feel like you find a woman less, not saying that you think she's ugly, but is there like a certain way that you look at a woman to be like, ugh. But then, you know, later on you're back and you're like, never mind. Like, yeah, you still pretty. But like, is that true? Like, do you kind of look at somebody and be like,
I got you. Yes and no. Okay.
okay,
So I've had it happen plenty of times,
Mm.
and I've had it not happen a couple times as well.
okay.
But I don't think it's necessary. I think, me personally, this is how it happens with me, is if we just fucking every time I nut, I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck are you still doing here? You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
but if
Instantly
it's, like,
irritated.
somebody that I'm really feeling, or somebody that I'm in a relationship, i.e., right now, whenever I nut, no, I don't be like, oh, you ugly now. It's just I'm not horny no more, obviously.
not.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I
But no,
mean,
I
it's,
agree with
but
that.
it's also happened too, to where I had sex and I was like, it happened like detrimentally where I nutted and I was like, what the fuck did I just do?
Yep.
That's
the
what
point
that's
that
the
I'm
answer
getting
I was kind of looking for,
Yeah.
not
So
pertaining to
I
your-
think it's more or less how you feel about that person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If for
Me
me, I
answer
don't know.
that literally to how I was gonna answer it. Like I said, it has happened, but it's not. It's like it's been in a situation where it may be questionable. You see what I mean? And I may be going through it in that moment, like fuck it, I'm gonna do it, and then immediately after, I'm like, shh,
Yeah.
I'm fucking up. Like what the fuck? But I would say that for me personally, it has like out of you know what I'm saying the amount of times I've had, it's not happened that much, but it has happened. If that makes sense. You know
So
what I'm
it
saying?
is a thing. So for
It
the
is- it
ladies
can be-
listening,
It can be a thing. Yes.
if he
it
don't
can
fuck
be.
with you like that, get your stuff, get up, leave immediately. Don't stay because it ain't cuddle sessions.
Understand your mission. Understand your mission.
I think it really has a lot to do with just how y'all said how you really feel about that person. But when you're actually going into the act, if you were vibing and this is a pure speculation here, but when you go in and it's more lust and them endorphins are there and you're feeling those things and you just want it in that moment, once them endorphins get released, the things that you were feeling last night or however long it was, they're gone. So yeah, you would probably not look at them the same way after you nut if it was just lust and not you actually might actually like this person and enjoy this person. So when the endorphins are released, you're not looking at them because you would have never talked to them on a regular day.
Mhm. But you had to get that thing off you.
But
yeah.
you had to get that thing off of you. And when you did, now you feel the way that you do. So yes.
I feel like that goes for women too,
It
then,
happens.
because I've
I was
definitely
about to say the
had
same
that
thing.
experience.
Oh shit!
There
What?
There was one time, and I thought like I was just like, okay, yeah, like for sure, and like not even like as the second it was over, I was like,
Yeah, nah, that wasn't it.
Well, really, it happens for
That
females
wasn't
too.
fucking it.
I was like,
Hey.
all right. I was like, my mom's calling. I'm gonna go ahead and go home. It was
Hold on.
three.
Okay. But
So that's
not,
why my Uber was there when I was done.
no. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out because I'm getting an idea about that situation, meaning that situation was whack. The sex was whack. It wasn't what it was. Okay, rewind that and say that. So are you feeling like that way because the sex was whack? What if the sex was good, but it's still the same person? You see what I'm saying?
So
But
So-
it has nothing to do with the sex.
it doesn't because I've had it. So it's happened twice.
That's what I'm-
One was really, really whack, and I was like, oh my God, I need to go right now. The other time it was absolutely phenomenal, but afterwards I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, so that's what I'm asking. You see what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
what-
Sometimes you just,
Mm.
like he said, you just look at him and you be like, all right, I'm done. I mean,
Right.
No, I agree. Hey, look,
the job is done. You can. go
like I
ahead,
said, know
log
your
out.
mission. Know
Yeah,
your
I
mission.
think that's what it is.
Yeah, man. Well, you heard it here first. Males and females. This is some real shit.
It's facts.
What would
I
you do
bet.
without Harley sobering you? Honest.
Facts.
Tell you the truth, man. Somebody got to keep it real. Yeah, I don't
Fellas,
like that
make
shit.
sure y'all out here doing
I
that
always
thing.
thought it was just a guy thing. That's crazy that y'all do the same
No.
thing. But I guess like Courtney said, I mean, it really comes down to fucking science. You get those endorphins out and you
Yes.
Think about it. Sometimes you'll be out, you'll be like, God damn, that nigga fine as fuck. Like I would jump his bones right now. And in the event that you take him home or he takes you home, you be like, all right, boom, you get into the midst of you doing what you're doing. As soon as it's over, you're like,
Ew. Get your
males
stuff
and
get out.
females. Have y'all hit a 6 on purpose just to get it out the way?
Yes.
Have what?
Have y'all hit like a 6, 5, 6? Maybe we'll even go up to 7.
Yo.
Just to get it out the way.
No.
I don't even lie to
No,
you.
never. Well,
Yes.
Bree got
Well-
like 3 or 4 bodies, so you don't. I'm not asking.
Yeah, like
Wait.
like 6, but you know.
Have you hit, Gabby? Have you hit like a 5 or a 6 just to knock it out and just get your
Like a guy
endorphins
that's
out?
not that attractive. He's like a 5 or
5
6
out of
on the
10, 6 out of
attractive
10.
spectrum.
Don't
Yes.
you lie. Don't you
Yes.
lie. Don't you lie.
But
Work.
no, because what we were talking about in the group chat was Gabby's like relationships. I'm talking about, have you just been like, hey, I'm a female. I know a nigga want to fuck me. I need to get this off. Here's this 5 out of 10. I could just knock it out real quick. I need to release this. Have you ever done that?
Are you asking me?
You gonna lie on
Did you
Harley
say-
sober?
Mine has
said-
always been.
Gabby said, mm-mm.
Oh, I was about to say mine has always been like somebody that I've either like talked to or like kind of established, kind of like a, you know what I mean, like what it
Yeah,
was.
but you only got like 3 or 4 bodies. though.
But that's what I'm
talking to
saying, I
Gabby and
can't-
Tierra.
All right, you know what?
First of all, don't say that like me and Tierra got thousands of bodies.
No, I'm not. I didn't say that. I just
No.
know you have more than 3 or 4.
It's a guilty conscience.
First of all, don't be outing me. For what all they know, I got one. Shit.
Now we on the podcast.
Now we know that you do not have one. But okay.
Correct.
Oh, crying.
So yes, you ain't got to go into detail. Yes or no, Gabby?
Yeah.
So Tierra, yeah, Gabby.
She said yes.
Okay.
Big yes.
Lance?
Big yes. Now, look, let me preference. You said
You
like
don't
a
have
5
to. You
You
don't
You
have
said
to.
like
if
a-
you don't want to.
The 5 and
Got
6
to
might
see
be
it through,
watching,
my
Lance.
boy.
Be
Got to
careful.
see it through, my boy. Got to see it through, my boy.
That's the reason
what
I
I'm
was
saying.
afraid to say it.
You don't have to
Because-
explain it if you don't want to.
Watching.
Yikes.
No
Be
comment.
honest. Nah, be honest, man. This is a
Hold on, let me get
platform.
Courtney's answer
Okay,
real quick,
okay.
and then I'll take
Okay.
the question, Gabby. So Courtney,
Yep.
I can.
Plead the
I'm trying to
fifth?
see.
Plead the fifth.
Yeah,
Plead the fifth?
definitely feel like I would plead the 5th.
So everybody
Hell
on
no.
here, yeah. They knocked down some
Yes.
ugly hoes.
Listen,
Okay.
listen. No. See, this is what I was trying to explain. 5 or 6 might be kind of pushing it now. I got some standards now. I'm not one of them niggas
That's
like.
what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying? Like truly, like, and this is real shit. I'm not one of like some men out here is.
Why?
Well, they got no face. You don't.
oh
You know,
yeah,
They are
you wanna- this is,
wilding.
like nasty. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah.
Going back
I mean,
to the stat.
have I made some questionable decisions in that moment to release that? Yes. 5
And
or
you feel
6,
like it's with the 7, and that's why I'm asking you. I'm not trying to get
5
on my
is
Kevin
low,
Samuel
my
shit.
boy.
I'm just asking you because of 7.
Y'all
to me,
think
at
5
least,
is low?
a 7. Yes, it
It's
is.
like middle. It's
But
it's
so
mid.
It's
7
middle.
That is a
7
50.
That's what I'm saying. Like she's kind of ugly,
That
but
is a
she's
50.
That's a
got
failing
some.
grade.
Look,
So-
I would say this. The reason I was hesitant to answer because, like Lance said, I do have standards. On his worst day, he's a 7. On his best day, he's a 7.75, maybe an 8.
Girl, he's still
He ain't
7.
got no range.
He ain't
By
got
the
no
way,
drip.
He's
No
still a-
drip.
he's still a 7.
No
The
range.
reason I do it is because, granted, I'm in a relationship now.
You
Yes,
got graded on the curve.
Wait, look, granted, I wouldn't do it now because I am in a relationship. But
Okay.
the reason I did and continue to is because I know I could. Like, there's no resistance there when it comes to me.
So that would be a 7 for you, and that's why I asked 5 or 6 because a 5 or 6 is like you're not going back there
Yeah,
regardless.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
that was real post nut clarity. You nutting. You was
Okay.
like,
Okay.
what
Then
the
I would
fuck?
say
I
What
had
did I
three
just
and
do?
fours come at me, and I was like, "There's no way in hell it's gonna
Well, we're
happen."
not
Oh,
talking about who's approaching you
definitely.
because I didn't have some zeros approach me. Don't worry
Um,
about it. We understand
But
that.
no, like,
on
in-
me.
with that context, then yes. Based, I was just saying, like in general, like come, don't you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying.
Well,
I'm just,
you know what your 5 or 6 is.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. There we go. Yes. Then.
So
yes.
did you hit a 5 or 6? Yes. Everybody
Yes.
pretty much answered yes. I know for a fact I did. Okay.
I
Now we can
haven't.
move on. What Bree?
But then
Shut
again,
your Christian ass up.
my standards for y'all, it's a 0 anyway. So
Her what? Her what?
Our standards for
Our
us.
Christian ass.
Sound like
no,
sound
I
like
was
somebody hating
saying
this
like
motherfucker.
it's my standard for y'all anyway. Y'all be like, that's a 0. So probably yeah, every single one.
I think maybe just
I know if I told y'all who it was, y'all would definitely be like, "You're fucking tripping."
I mean, we can bleep it out. Just go ahead.
But
and
what
say
is that? What is that to you though? That's the thing about it. Like, and
Message it.
if somebody else feels like, yeah, you can put it in the Zoom chat. If somebody else feels like whoever you're with,
no.
is a
She
5
said
to
it's
them,
not him.
that might be a 9 to you.
Okay, I thought so. Mhm.
That's a solid 2 in my book.
it. Hey, y'all not. Hey. Hold the fuck on.
I'm not about to do this.
Look,
No, no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
gonna
no,
do
no.
this to my bro.
No. Just don't even address it.
Yo,
There was
no
I'm
There
name.
screaming.
then
There was
it's
no
gonna add-
name.
Yeah, stop the
add-
fucking cap.
There
it's
was
gonna add
no
context.
name.
Just don't
Oh
even
my
do it.
God. Why are y'all getting
Because
so
then it's gonna
upset?
add
No,
context.
no. Fuck the cap. There is no cap. I have proved it time and time again that when it comes down to it, if I want it, I'm gonna get it because I know he can't resist it. I've set it up twice that way, and both times y'all have been there for it to see that he follows through.
Talk your shit, queen. Talk your shit.
Go
This
off.
motherfucking shit.
It's been that way.
Don't add no more context to it than you need to. Remember that.
You
I'm
know
not, I
it's
don't
been
want.
that
I
way
want. I don't
since
want no
the
editing on this episode.
That's that alpha shit.
Because y'all gonna
Yeah.
be mad
You
at me
done?
because I
But
say
And
it's
the
solid
thing
too.
about
it's
it is,
facts,
You done?
though. It's
You
facts.
done?
Back to
You
what
done?
Courtney said.
But I'm
Back to
just
what Courtney
saying,
said.
y'all have been there and y'all have seen it to myself. Blah, 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 blah. And what did I do? I'm like, all right, bet. I'm the type of person where you can't tell me I can't do something because I'm gonna fucking prove
I'm gonna
you
do
wrong.
it.
That's some gangster
Every
shit.
Hey,
fucking
hey,
time.
pause.
That's some
Everybody,
gangster shit.
everybody, pause. I bet you won't follow through with that bet, so I can get my $100.
Me
Oh,
too.
Yeah.
I am
And she ain't.
I got some money on it too.
I've already seen that
But-
you've done everything in your power to not make the bet happen, which is sick.
Exactly.
Hold on, wait. One, I have 10 grand on the line, and then I have 300 on the line. I'm not doing it.
I bet you won't though.
Specifically,
I bet you won't.
Listen, it specifically
You can't. You can't.
happens- It happens when, okay, let me rephrase this. I'm not in a relationship.
Mhm.
I'm in the shopping cart, but I'm not off the market.
Oh shit.
That
You're
was
okay.
fire.
You know what?
That was
Mm.
fire. That was fire. I don't care. That shit was hard.
Am I
It's fire, but
what's going
that shit was
on?
hard.
Yes. So will I do anything to damage that? No. But in the event that I was not even in the shopping cart and still on the aisle, on the
Mhm.
shelf, I
Mhm.
still wouldn't do it because it happens when I wanted to, not when he wanted to. And I proved that time and time again.
Damn,
And
I
she
can't
said
say too much
what the
without
fuck
giving it
she
away.
said.
But I was
but
gonna
I
say
want
like,
to air this shit out. I want to call so much fucking cap right now.
Save it for the
But
post
all-
show. Save it
That's
for the
what I'm
post show.
saying.
Save it for the post show. Save it for the post show.
fuck.
And then
man.
even then, when we get in there, we still can't really talk about it too much because we don't.
I love you, Gib.
Go
But-
ahead,
but
because I have the
one-
receipts to prove
One
it.
thing. One thing.
It's
that
not about
Courtney-
that. It's good.
One thing
Hey,
that Courtney
if-
said resonated with me very strongly. And living around a military village or town or base or whatever holds true to this day. Some males, I was gonna say niggas, but I ain't really seen a lot of niggas. I seen niggas do it, but not a lot of niggas do it. Really just don't give a fuck.
Nope.
And they will knock down a 2 in their eyes, a
Yeah.
1 in their eyes, a
Yeah.
0 in their eyes.
A
Yeah.
0.5 in their
So
eyes.
for
Can I
me,
do-
my question to every male, because I don't know how the females do it. It seems like females don't really do that as much and just knock out down on 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. They're a little bit more conservative with their body. So my question to all the viewers in the comments below: if you are one of these people, and we got a big Fort Hood following, so it's probably a lot of people in this bitch. If you're knocking down 0s, 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s, why? I don't judge. We don't judge here. At
I'm
Harvey
not
Show, but
judging. I just want to know
wanna
why.
Let me
Because
know
they
down
are
in the comments. Are
Can
you just
I-
trying to get your nut off? Does it just
Can I
does
say
it feel
something?
good to have company? Just let me know. What's up?
Can I
It's
say something?
available.
I think I was gonna say
Yeah,
that. I
it's
think a
available.
woman of I don't want to say higher status, but up there in the numbers is almost almost intimidating or like the alpha type where they're like, man, get the fuck out of my face, blah blah blah. But when you get to the 1, 2, 0s, it's almost like,
It'd be
oh, okay,
worth
I'm
it.
getting some type of attention. It's easy, so yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna say that a woman that is not as beautiful as somebody else doesn't value
That's
herself as
liberated
much.
sexually.
Well, I would just say that she doesn't value herself as much because I don't believe that that's true. But I feel like, you know, when you see all these women who do get attention and then you finally start to get some type of attention, you're probably going to go with the flow. So for her, it's like, oh, he's showing me attention. But for him, it's like, she's fucking easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can knock her down real quick. It's pussy. For men,
But I
pussy
will
is
say this: it's not just military men, and this is speaking from my own.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't
From
doubt
the
that
thing
at all.
that it's more or less more military men, yes, but in my experience, I will say it's more or less men who have more money than the average woman from where we're from or anywhere else. Because I see it all the time out here. These Filipino chicks and these African chicks get knocked down like fucking backwoods on a fucking group getting ready to roll. Like, and no, but I say that because I y'all know me. I'm not necessarily a
If
female.
Gabby get jumped next week,
I
we know
hang out,
why.
and they won't. They won't.
I don't think it's a
Yeah.
financial thing though.
No, it is.
I
So think
just seen some
as majority of the men that I know, the more money that they make, they think, all right, I can do whatever I want. More or less, especially with me doing what I'm doing in the field that I'm doing.
that's
And
what I
I've
said.
never really been a female type of person. I've always had more male friends than female friends. I can tell you right now, with the 4 dudes that I talk to on a regular basis as friends, there is one female that they have all passed around religiously because she's attracted to them. They call them Chinese takeout out here. You can walk outside your apartment and they're right there.
Bro,
But that's why
Gabby
I said
is gonna get
men
her ass
have-
stomped out on the
I'm not.
concrete next week.
Men have to
Oh.
create value. Women have to preserve it. Some women do not
Yeah.
preserve their value. So
Right.
that's why I said not knowing, I don't want to say your worth, but when you seek or you get some type of attention from somebody, that I don't want to say it's necessarily withdrawn to the money, but when you get attention, some women run with that shit.
I
And
don't
they're
even
not
think-
preserving their value.
But as a man, look, as a man,
I don't even. Go ahead.
I'm saying as a man though, and this is just me, right? It's just like, okay, so like I have a standard for myself, and women have a standard for themselves, like you said, right? Some women will lower that standard based off of attention alone. I won't. If you show me, I'm not gonna lower my standard. You see, for the most part, I mean, I'm saying
Yeah.
I've done some questionable shit, but like at this point in time, I'm fucking grown. You see what I'm saying? So like anything that I take in, I would want to enjoy it, whether that's personality, attractiveness. But I will say that from a male standpoint, it is almost as if you can feel that from a woman if she doesn't receive attention. Like there's been times where I could say just one thing and I'm just talking and they may think I'm fucking going crazy flirting, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'm literally just trying to fucking talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you see what I'm saying? So like I could be like, hey, how you doing tonight? Oh, I'm good. Cool. And the next thing you know, she scooting over to me and I'm like, I'm like, damn, I'm about to, and go this way. So like,
But
you know what I'm saying?
I also think too, and I don't want to sound yet again feminist, I feel like for men, it's harder for men to get pussy and it's easier for us
100%.
women to get dick.
100%,
Like
yeah.
Women,
if we were to open DMs and shit like this, like it was stated before, if we were to open DMs, ours is flooded for y'all. Like I said, you
Yeah.
have to create value. Men have to create value in order to show some type of level of, I don't want to say
Look.
success, but that image for women to even want to approach you. For us women, we can get approached by a 2, a 5, a 10. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, pussy is pussy. Like I'm not trying to put myself on that type of pedestal, but like y'all say before, pussy holds power. So
It does. Because that's the thing at the end of the day, and based off of that, because women fuck who they want, men fuck who they can. You see what I'm saying? Which is a sick narrative, and that's why I say I don't relate
That's
to that
true.
because I'm gonna fuck who I want. I'm not gonna fuck who I can. You see, and that was the point earlier. Is like I'm not just fucking because I can say I can fuck. If I'm not gonna fuck somebody I don't want to fuck, I'm not gonna fuck you at all. If I don't want to fuck you and you want to fuck, I'm still not gonna fuck you. Like why would I
Yeah.
do that? Because I don't want
I
to
feel
do
like
it. But
for-
most men will. That's
Yeah.
the sick thing. Most men
but
will.
there's always
Women-
exceptions to the rules too. So
When it
that's why I
comes
don't
down
want
to like as a woman, if you know your worth, then you're not gonna fall easily. Like Lance said, if somebody says, "Oh, how you doing today?" And then she's like, "Oh my god, he's flirting with me. He asked me how I'm doing." Like
Exactly.
When I worked in a male penitentiary, they're like, "Oh my god, damn bitch, you bad." Okay, my mom tells me that every day. You tell me that makes no fucking difference. My best friend tells me that every day. But for a woman who never hears that, now she's thinking like, "Oh my god, this man just told me that I'm beautiful." Bitch, he's a motherfucking convict with 7 life sentences. You'll never see this man in the free world. He's only telling you that because he knows you're gonna fall for it. Like,
Yeah.
know your worth and know what you have to offer somebody else, unless that's just how you do what you do. And especially being over here, men don't give a fuck. They're gonna fuck the easiest thing. But the bitches over here, like the Filipinos and the Africans, are smart because they know that. They know
Stop
they're not
airing them
gonna
out.
go for a specific American female because the American's like, I'm making the same as you, if not more. I don't have time to deal with this shit. So you can fuck
It'd
on
be
them.
American
All they
females
want is
like
their
that,
green
too.
card. You're
But
gonna
I-
marry her, now you're fucked.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
But I will say this too. That's why you see a lot of men nowadays go with women who are not westernized. And by that, I mean like this side of the pond, because women over here in America are so headstrong. Getting that traditional woman that's going to bow down to you and do what you say, blase. And where am I going with this point? That's why I feel like when you do go overseas, Gabby, you do see a lot of men mess with the locals and shit like that because it's so easy for them to get what they want, because women on that side of the pond are pretty much, because it's here in Europe too. It's really big in Europe. Like the women bow down to men. Like that's how they're raised. Like you are here to pretty much be a secondary to a man. And I hate to say that because it sounds really fucking bad, but I see it all the time. Like,
And that reverts me back to what I said earlier. Like, yes, I am headstrong. I know what I do, what I can do, what I will do. But also I want for a man to come into my life, like I said episodes before, that'll be like, hey, I got this. Hey, I can take care of this. But it's like, okay, I get that and I appreciate that, but cool. You and I became one. This is still 50-50 or whatever. Like whatever you need me to take care of, I will. I want to be able to be with somebody who is man enough to come through with the things that he tells me he's going to do, so I can be feminine, so I can be like, okay, you know, I got this and I can do that while still doing what I do. Do I want to have to be this headstrong person who's like, no, I got it, or I can take care of it if you come to me with a problem that you can't take care of? No. Am I that person? Yes. Can I be that person while still being submissive and feminine to a man who actually comes through and is a man? Yes, 100%, without a doubt.
I think a lot of alpha females are like that, kind of like how Lance said, like an alpha female personality, like you almost need that alpha male to kind of not, I don't want to say put you in your place, but almost let you know like, hey, you still got it. But at the same time, like I'm the man in the relationship. Like, let me do what I do.
I don't need it.
No, I'm not saying you need it, but it's nice to have it.
Until I find that, because I've been in so many positions before where I was still the breadwinner, but still succumbed to you and still got fucked over. So until I find that person, which whether it's where I'm at right now or not, but until I'm in that space to where I know this person without a doubt is gonna fall through every time with everything that they've said they were going to do, I'm still going to be me at the end of the day. Yes, I will, you know, I'll bring it down a little bit. I'll be, you know, a little bit more feminine and I'll be, you know, a little bit more submissive, but I'm not going to just up and quit my job and move back to the States for somebody. And I can't even tell if you're going to follow through on everything that you're telling me until I'm 100% certain. Of course, yes, when I come back to the States, I'm still going to find something so I can continue doing what I'm doing because I've always made money. I can't just sit at home and not make money. Those 7 months that I was home last year, I had to go get a job because just sitting at home was driving me fucking insane. I've always worked since I've started. I can't just not work. I love to make my own money. But would it be nice to have a man that comes into the picture and says, hey, you don't have to worry about it. I got it. You can do whatever you want to with your money. Okay, cool. You're not going to know it because more than likely I'm still going to be the one to pay all the bills, even though it's your money paying the bills. I'm still going to chip in and pay the bills. I'm still going to chip in and do this. Will I make sure the house is taken care of? Yes. Will I make sure you got dinner on the table? Yes. Will I make sure your fucking drawers are cleaned and folded and put away? Yes. But until you can't tell me anything.
And see, and I guess this is where I differ from most men, right? Doing regular house shit, cooking and doing your clothes and cleaning your fucking house is not a woman's job. Like that doesn't come with being masculine or whatever the shit is. Like this shit is so childish to me. If you live in a house, clean your fucking house. Don't make your fucking wife clean your house every day, nigga. You use it too. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah, because what happens when you single?
Grow up. Exactly. When you single, you just don't fucking clean it. You need a woman to clean. That's what you want, a woman.
Let us know, nigga. That's what I want to know.
I think that comes with, but I'm
saying that I've been with men who don't take care of themselves, period. Because, so example, when I was married, he was OCD. The house was continuously clean, especially like if I was stressed out and, you know, overworked, he would step in and do all the things that I couldn't do because I was so tired and just so stressed out.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is me being an alpha female, I want to be able to only do those things as well as doing what I do on a normal basis. So I wouldn't mind, excuse me, coming home after working all day and still making sure the house is taken care of. So that way you can just come home and relax, because it also refers back to when you come home, that should be your peace. That should be your escape. You shouldn't have to come home and continue to fight battles after you've been fighting battles all day long.
I think it just depends on how you're raised. Cause like, I can sit there and say, like, I agree with what everybody's saying too. But I mean, you know, what was instilled in my head, which sometimes I agree with, sometimes I don't, is like, you know what I mean? Like, cook for your husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, clean up. That's not saying a man shouldn't have to do it.
Oh,
that's not what I'm saying.
No.
But
I'm
just saying, like, some people are raised different. Like, some people are raised traditionally to have that instilled in them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as a woman and as a man, like, men and women are not created equal. Women are not created to do what men are supposed to do. Men technically are supposed to be providers. Now, is that in today's society? No. And that's not what I'm saying. Everyone should
Women
do
don't
that.
even want that now, though. That's the crazy thing.
But what I'm saying is that's pretty much like, women were not created to do what the fuck men do. We are not the same. And
but
I get hate for that, but that's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm not saying you're not, but I'm just saying to continue on today, people are saying, oh, well, women aren't created equal and they can't do what a man can. Well, that's where me as the person I am steps in and says, well, don't tell me that I can't, because then I'll show you that I can do what a man can do and then do it 10 times better. Because I am literally right now, Granted, yes, I was blessed to be raised in a household where both my parents did. Both my mom and my dad cleaned. Both my mom and my dad cooked. Both my mom and dad did laundry. That's the type of household that I want, where we can both do. If I'm doing it majority of the time, and you see there's a day where I'm stressed out or I can't do it, where that's where you help in. Or if you get off before I get off, and you get home and you get everything started. That's what I want.
But that's what I said. Like, that's why I brought up the
you guys
point.
are running in circles. You guys are saying the same thing.
But that's what I'm
Literally.
saying. Like, that's what I said. Like, women want a traditional man, but don't want to be a traditional woman. And men want a traditional woman, but don't want to partake in being a traditional man at some point. That's the point I'm trying to get
But
across.
what I do
saying-
also want to highlight is what she's saying is also not exclusive to one demographic.
That's what I'm
I-
saying. Like, it doesn't mean a woman can't do for herself or go out and get it. Like, all of us have something going, whether we're in school or we're working hard. Like, we're still doing and surpassing the odds. It's not 1950. That's not what I'm saying. Like, don't fucking sit in the house and be a fucking housewife. That's not what I'm telling women to do. I'm just saying, like, at some point, you know what I mean? Like, if that's what you want in life, that's fine. Like, everybody has different expectations of what they want out of their household, and everybody's raised differently. If you don't want that, then go for somebody who thinks like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's fine.
And that was to my point. Like if I were to ever meet a female and her like you said, like what do I bring to the table? Oh, I can cook, clean, and I can do all those things. Well, I can do those for myself. And
Right.
like, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
And I'm not, and like I said, everybody's different because 10 other men may say that's what I want out of my wife, but me being who I am, I'm not looking for somebody to come and clean my house and cook for me every day.
Yeah.
Would it be nice to come? You know,
Let 'em
it's nice to
talk.
come up to a clean home. It's nice to come home to a meal. Trust me, like the feeling of that, like after a long ass day, when you come home to a clean home and you have a meal, it feels luxurious. It makes that whole evening better. There's nothing worse than coming home like, fuck, I gotta clean the house, I gotta cook. Like blah blah blah. Like
That
I said,
feels
I
good
would
on both
enforce that.
sides.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's
But
why I
think-
agree.
A woman coming home to a meal and a clean house also feels good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Both,
Well.
and that's what
And
I'm
it
saying.
does, but
It's-
that's why I
it's
said
good.
I agree with Gabby when she said, "What do you bring to the table?" As a woman, you should bring the table too. You should be able to.
No, and I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Go out and get it, but at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, pitching at home as well too. Same thing with the male. Like, if you see, that's why we talked about our love languages, and pretty much all of us had different things. Like, for me, when I worked, I hated coming home having to do dishes, or I hated having to come home and clean because I was fucking tired. So having those roles reversed, it is nice. But that's why I said, whatever you want out of life, then that's you. Like, everything is so different nowadays. It's not the old days, but some people still do have a traditional mindset, and that's
I
okay.
just- And can we all agree that top two worst chores are dishes and laundry?
I mean,
Period.
not even the laundry,
love
it's folding them and putting them
Folding
away.
them,
Honestly.
yeah.
It's definitely folding them.
Yeah.
No, I love
Ain't
doing
nut-
laundry, folding it, and then putting it away.
Well, then
Oh,
That's
you
you're a
prove
crazy.
it
You're a
rare
with
fucking
me.
psychopath. You're a
rare
psychopath.
breed.
Please
You are a
prove it with me
psychopath.
then and do my
Because
laundry.
dishes, especially dishes that you didn't use,
Oh
Yes.
man.
it sucks.
Me off.
And
And you
folding
can
laundry
ask
and
my
putting it
mom.
away, top
I
two
would be the
worst
first
chores.
person. I
Look.
would be the first person to be like, I didn't use that cup. Why I gotta wash?
Look, I'll say this, and this is kind of stepping, behind the curtains on me, I'm saying, in general. So I've had some situations where I've been in long-term relationships. I've had a very, very dominant, like, alpha woman per se. Like I said, the balance of that is absolutely fucking insane, and I don't think women know what balance they want, so it does make it difficult. But I've been, with the dominant woman who thought because that she also worked a full-time job and all that I was gonna do everything for her around the crib or whatever. And that was one of those things where, look, it's got to be a balance. When I come home, I clean up before you. I would have liked that in return. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you come home and you lay on your ass. I come home and you're already there, and I'm like, what the fuck? There's clothes everywhere. Fucking trash is not done. Dishes in the sink, shit like that. You've been home for 3-4 hours. You see what I mean? Well, I worked all day. What should I do too? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I say. It's just it's legit the fucking balance between the two parties. And like I said, I'm not trying to throw this on, headstrong or alpha females, but if you're a male and you've dealt with the alpha female, you know what I'm talking about. The balance of trying to let her express who she truly is, but then assure her on the back end, her shit is all over the place. So like I said, as a man, it makes it a little more difficult to find a balance, because I feel like even if you're a dominant woman and you want to be alpha, if you want a stay-at-home husband, say you want a stay-at-home husband. You see what I'm saying?
like
Because that's what's going to have to be.
Communication is key.
I feel
Exactly.
I feel like it has a lot to do with what Bree said and the love language portion, because
Yeah, for sure.
if your shit is acts of service,
Mhm.
then for for me, it wouldn't bother me as much to come home if you working all day and not see the stuff that needs to be clean with you, right? But me knowing that your shit is acts of service, me going through the work and the process of doing those things for you and you can't do it, or just to do it when I'm fucking home chilling.
Right.
And you come home and everything fucking done, like I'm gonna go and take that step and do that for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because it creates a new energy in the space and all that other stuff. But when you walk back into it, that's what your love language speaks to. So that's what I'm going to do. So, but for me, mine's physical. So I don't need that. I just need you to rub my head when you get home. Like that's
Hey,
all
look,
I want.
OB, I'm telling you, bro. Like it's
Touch my
just
face. Touch my face.
man. I just want to lay down for a
I
second, nigga. I'm
just-
tired.
I think men and women have a hard time, like, and it's gonna sound so shitty. I think men truly do not know how to be men anymore, and women truly do not know how to be women anymore. And I think women don't know how to embrace femininity because from early ages we were taught to don't ever rely on a man, get up and do it yourself. So that's what creates an alpha female in our head. It's
I will
because
say
of the way we were
I think
told.
there are two different types of alpha female, and it relates to what Bree just said. There are those that, like we said, when we grew up, you were taught not to trust a man because your parents have been through certain things or the people that you've been around. So you've gone and you got that bag. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, there are two types. There are those that went and got that bag because they had to, and that there is nothing that is ever going to get in the way of them ever containing that bag. And so anybody that comes to your life, you're going to do what I say when I say it. I expect to have this, this, and this done because I've gotten here. But then there's the type that's like me, that's like, okay, I've been through what I've been through. I know where I want to be. So I'm going to do whatever I have to get there. But at the end of the day, I still want to feel like a woman. I still want to be able to come home and do all the things that a woman should be able to do for her man. I still want to be able to be feminine around you. I don't have to be like, no, I make the money around here. Or do you know how much I make? Or do you know what I do for a living? Like, I don't have a problem being like, oh, don't worry about it, baby. I'll take care of the laundry. Don't worry about it. I'll cook dinner. I'll sleep. I'll clean. Or if there's kids involved, I'll take care of the kids. You go do what you do. Because I feel like as a man, and Bryant touched on this, I feel like it's so much harder to be a man in today's generation because you're expected to do everything, and sometimes it's hard to be a man in this generation because of
Back
that.
to your table.
I don't think men have the pressure of you have to do everything.
But
I
think about it, the women that you just said on that
I don't know, it
podcast, they
depends.
said I can come home.
Everything's
and
different.
when you come home, I'll be in lingerie and I got dinner made. Okay, bitch, but I've been at work all day. What have you contributed to this?
But some men like that. Some men, that's what.
But for the men who aren't like that, who actually go to work all day and just want somebody who also helps in some aspect, whether it's making money or providing, actually going for their goals or doing something around the house. Like, it is so much harder to be a man because one, you can't talk about what you're going through. Nobody gives a fuck about your mental health. You're a man, suck it up. There's no reason you should be crying. There's no reason you should have feelings. You know what you're supposed to do. You promise
That's real.
money, pay bills, take care of a woman, have children. That's it. But that's not true, especially when it comes to our black men. Our black men are going through something on a daily fucking basis and nobody cares about how they feel. When at the end of the day, he should be able to come home and talk to me about what he's going through.
Yeah,
If you have the right male.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
that's
why
not what I
I
was
keep
saying.
telling y'all cannot generalize anything because everything is a case by case basis.
That's why I say I don't
Everybody's
feel like
story is
every man
different.
has it hard.
Mm.
It
So
So if
literally-
you're not speaking personally, you cannot speak on some shit that you don't know about.
And I am speaking personally. I'm speaking
Okay.
about the fact of the shit that I've been through.
So if you're speaking personally, you can't say men don't know how to be men anymore because that's not personal to you.
No, I'm
Oh,
I'm
well,
gonna
yeah, Bree.
stand on that. I'm truly gonna stand on that. And
But
I'm
you
not
don't know
saying,
every man in the world. Though.
I didn't say every man. I said men truly don't know how to be men anymore. It's fuck that bitch. It's all in the media. Oh, I want hoes, blah blah blah. Like, to me,
That's one
that's
certain
why-
demographic.
that's not a certain demographic.
That's not every man. That's not
But I
men.
didn't. That's just me giving examples of like what I feel as a woman. So everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Just like I just said, women don't know how to be women anymore. Not many men want a woman who's fucking alpha and
Many men.
masculine. Not many men want a woman who's alpha and masculine. Like,
that's true.
to some men, that's super unattractive because
I don't
you're
think-
not feminine.
And like I said, I think that
That's
goes
true.
to each man its own because I personally would not find that unattractive.
But see, that's
some
you.
would,
but
though.
some do.
No,
like
and I agree
how
with some
Brian.
would. That's
I
on
think
them.
Brian, you brought it across the point where it's like, don't call me bro, don't call me nigga, blah blah blah. But like for some men, they don't really care. Like that's not. You may not specifically be saying it to them, but like if you're saying it to your friends and stuff like that, like I don't care. But some people feel like women are not women anymore because, like I said, we were raised to do never rely on a man. Make sure that you get your education. Make sure you have a plan to fall back on. Blase, blase. So it creates a headspace for women to not really be able to be a woman because we're held to an expectation as well as like kind of like how you said or y'all said, oh, well, you got to have an income as well. You got to help out, blah, blah, blah. That's why I said it's not the 1950s where women were just expected to stay home, raise kids, cook, clean, blase, blase. There's different expectations in women just as there's different expectations in men now. And I feel like some men don't know how to be fucking men and some women don't know how to be fucking women. And that's my point and that's what I'm going to stand on.
Because I would fucking love to be a stay-at-home husband, to be honest with you.
And some women might be able to do that for you if they have the cap income where they can take care of the household and it happens.
Retire
really
me.
Retire me.
I will
30
do
mamas.
all of
I love you.
this. And for everything.
Man, that house is gonna be fucking sparkling.
I'm
every time
talking
you
about
get home.
spick and span. Mama,
Kid gonna be fed. All I need you to do is pump. Kid gonna be fed.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
butt naked in
I
that
might
apron.
be on the game.
Right.
Naked. I might be
I'm
on the game.
gonna be in
when
some
you get
silk
home.
draws, the red
When
ones.
you get home, yeah, it's all you, baby. You know what I'm saying? I get you an hour. You want to calm down for work, baby? Go ahead, calm down for work. I got
No,
shit
but
I gotta do with you. You feel me? But when you're
Look.
ready for me, let me know.
No, to end that though, I just feel like today's age, to be honest, the likelihood of how expensive everything is just in general, the likelihood, unless you're making a lot of money, the likelihood of you being in a situation where you do not work at some point is just not very high, man. Especially if you want to live a nice lifestyle. Like I'm cheap, but I do like nice
need
things.
2 incomes.
Yeah, so I'm saying like if you want to do the things and actually enjoy it, like you damn near need it. You know what I mean? Because if not, it's all gonna be thrown on whoever is the dominant or the working person, and that's a stressful situation because you feel like I said, when you come home, like, damn, like I wish I had a little extra money to do this or whatever the case may be. I just feel like it's too hard unless you, like you said, an A-list celebrity, sports star, whatever. You just in that 1%. It's too hard to try and do that. Like I've experienced it firsthand. It's too fucking hard right now.
And even then, I feel like then you run into the problem where like, so say you are that top 1%, and you're providing for everything, and you have a stay-at-home wife or a stay-at-home husband. And then you start to fail to see the value that person's bringing into your life. And I'm not saying that's just gonna make them cheat because, like Tiara said earlier, there's niggas that make 2 digits a year and cheat. Okay,
and cheat,
so
nigga.
it's not just finances. But then when you have that, I mean, yeah, they come home, the house is clean. If that's your situation, that's your situation. And everybody's story is different. But sometimes it's gonna be like, well, in our situation, like middle class situation, it's gonna be if you're not working. And y'all live together, because it's different when you just have a girlfriend that's not working, even though I can't really see that situation happening with any of us, because that just sound like a problem waiting to happen. But
you see what I'm saying? All right.
So it just seems like you're gonna get to the point where you're like, well, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And not in any kind of like malicious way. It's just like, well, nigga, help me. Help me, nigga. Like,
nigga.
What are you doing?
That's real
like,
shit.
yeah, we have sex and the pussy's okay, and yeah,
but that's not
like
enough.
You. I love you.
That's what I'm saying.
Kind of like you, and all you're doing is nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right.
It's never enough.
Pussy is power, but I mean that's
Pussy
what I'm saying.
Is
like
power though.
But like you can get it anywhere.
And that's the thing, to a grown ass
man
who's fucking working his ass off to fucking.
When a desired man, like if you have somebody who's desired, he can get it anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Even if he's not desired. Even if he's not desired.
But to somebody, listen, but to somebody he's always going to be desired, because what to most people don't think is attractive, there might be 3 other girls that are like, oh my God, he's the finest thing I've ever seen. And they'll throw it at him. You see what I'm saying? So to me, offering pussy, that's why I said when people ask, like, what do you bring to the table? The bare minimum is no longer holding it anymore. Like, because you can get that shit anywhere. Like, what do you really have to offer?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? What are you working towards? What are you going to help him bring to the table? Or what are you going to help her bring to the table?
That's the
Courtney
change.
started off, but I think everybody else also said it. I mean, you have to be self-supportive. That way, that's one less stressor in our relationship that I have to worry about, is how the fuck you're going to get through your day.
And that's one of the
I shouldn't be worried about that.
Yeah.
And
Word two.
Period.
Preach it.
Even the billionaires worried about they bag. Like it's
But for me, I personally don't think that somebody who's a billionaire or a millionaire really cares what a woman has to offer.
You see how hard
They're
Dr.
getting
Dre
it
was fighting that
theirself.
spousal support? You see
But
how
I'm
hard
not,
Jeff Bezos
that's
was
an
fighting that spousal
exception.
support?
But do y'all think Dr. Dre really cared about what she was doing while he was making millions and millions of fucking dollars? No, because he could.
She's a
support
lawyer.
himself.
She makes her. She's a lawyer.
He's
She makes her-
no, but listen, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is he could support himself. He didn't need her. That's why I said when you date in the top 1%, you have to
But-
probably share that man because at the end of the day, what you bring to the table is not going to match his.
But
He's
at the end
up
of
here,
the day,
you're down here.
when you're somebody who has worked so hard to get the coins that you have made, I'm not finna just give them up so fucking freely. So I understand what Lance is saying.
Exactly.
Regardless of whatever he's doing, if he was doing some dumb shit, then that's on you because you should have known homegirl was gonna come back in the end for what she feels like she deserves. As somebody who's like, let's say in my position, I've worked goddamn hard to get to where the fuck I'm at. I'd be motherfucking damn if some shit would have happened. And y'all know what's coming next week. If somebody had said, "Oh, well, I feel like I'm entitled to this," the fuck you are not. Where the fuck? Were
And
you at?
I don't think.
You
I
everything
think the only difference in
where
this
I'm at.
situation is if you were. The one exception might be if you're born into money. Let's say Trump, for example, and you're just used to that. And the fact of like Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, Dr. Dre, when you had to get it out the mud, you had to grind for your own shit, and then you became that status symbol yourself. You still worried about, you're not just thinking, like, you're not just dismissing the fact that if we get divorced, I have to pay this bitch $300,000 a month.
A month.
That's still, it doesn't matter how much money he has. That shit still is like in his head. He's like, what the fuck? Like, I
I
don't
did
want
all
to do
this
this.
work. I
Even
did
when they're
all this
married,
work.
he's like, well, are you gonna start a business? Or are you gonna, you're gonna do something to support yourself?
Yeah.
Because I'm not, I from 18, we all seen Straight Outta Compton. From when he was a little kid making them fucking beats to where he is now, he wasn't thinking about how am I going to support my future wife. He was thinking about how the fuck am I going to survive in this world. So when you get to that point and you're not thinking like, yeah, I have all this money. If she sues me for spousal support and we just get divorced and I have to pay her $300,000 a month, that's cool. No, nobody fucking thinks that way except for probably people that are born into money and they just have a lot of.
But that's what I was saying. Like, I don't feel like when you're in the top 1%, you really care what somebody else is doing because at the end of the day, it's always going to be about your bag and your bag only. And majority of them have prenups, so they don't have to worry about, oh, okay, I got to pay her. I'm not saying they go in and be like, oh, I'm getting married. And if I get divorced, like blah, blah, blah. I'm saying like most high valued men don't really care what another woman is doing because at the end of the day, it's still about him. He's going to make his money. He doesn't look at you and being like, oh, she's going to match me. They don't really give a
I don't
fuck.
believe that. You see
But
how hung up
even-
Chris
but
Brown is
even-
on Karrueche?
But wait, even with them
That's
prenups,
pussy,
some
though.
of them, even with them
He's
prenups,
worried
some
about
of
what
them
she's doing?
have.
But he
Closure.
didn't. He met her at a
Hold
mall.
on, T-Bug.
He literally met Karrueche at a mall. She worked at a mall. That's why I said high value men really do not care what a woman is making because
He's
at the end
worried
of the
about it.
day,
Oh, making no. Yeah,
that's
making.
what I'm talking about. Money.
Oh.
We're talking about money. I'm not
Oh,
talking
okay,
about what she
okay.
has to bring.
Mm.
I'm saying high
I
value
thought,
men
I
do not
thought you
care
meant what
about
she
money.
was doing in her life. I was
No,
like, niggas still gonna be
no.
mad if you cheat.
He
Arnold
literally
Isley
met
make a song.
Karrueche in a fucking mall. She worked in a mall, so he obviously didn't care that
What a
she
great
probably
find, too.
made
He went to the
fucking
right mall.
minimum wage.
How the fuck
See
she's
what I'm
thick
saying?
with no ass?
He went to the right. He went to the right mall that day because
I'm telling you.
And
I hear
now
what you're
she's
saying.
famous.
I hear what you're saying,
Yeah.
Bree.
Yeah,
Don't
we-
get off.
I hear what you're saying.
We hear
Yeah.
you.
All right.
I don't know. Look, if I was ever in a situation to where, like, let's just say I got chose on by the female version of Chris Brown in the celebrity world, right?
So
Let's just
Rihanna.
say Rihanna. Well, she got bread, even way more than him, right?
Mhm.
I think at this point in my life, I have too much pride for the amount of work, the amount of stress, the amount of days where I literally sat on the edge of my bed, like, what the fuck am I doing to just be at the crib? Like, not to say I wouldn't do it for X amount of time, but that's not my end goal. Like, I say, yeah, I could be a stay-at-home dad. I'm talking shit. Obviously, if my wife was fucking Rihanna, that's what I'm saying. My wife is Rihanna. I could do that, but I couldn't sit at the crib, and I wouldn't want my, I wouldn't want my,
get boring.
you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want my wife to do that unless that's something that if she took enjoyment in that, like that's what, and it worked, then cool. But I just can't see that now. I cannot. At this
And
point in
me
time,
being a
I
female,
cannot.
I feel like that's why I say I can't, because like I said, since I've started working, I've always been working. And no matter where I end up, there's no way you can tell me what I can and can't do with the money. So that's why I prefer to work. So I can do whatever I want with my money as long as all my responsibilities are taken care of. So
Yeah,
the
I
only
feel
way I can see myself just being able to sit at home and being okay with it is if I just had a child. So like maybe within the first maybe year to two, because nowadays you really can't trust anybody else with your child.
I
Other
think
than
that is. I think that
gotta
daycare is
get
too
a job.
expensive for that.
Because staring at these same four walls, I'm gonna go fucking nuts. When you come home, I'm gonna drive you nuts because I need some other adult interaction. Like I've been looking at these fucking badass kids all goddamn day long. I need somebody else who can hold a conversation other than goo goo gaga. Where's my bottle at? I'm just saying, like, some people are for that, some people are not. For me, I would rather work.
Yeah,
I agree. I'd rather work just because, like I was saying before, whenever my mom was married to my dad, he left and we had nothing. And that's always been like a big fear of mine for me to actually put all that trust in a man. And then one day he wake up and he don't want me no
Exactly.
more. And then now I got to go and get it. You know what I'm saying? Like
From scratch.
and-
That's just
Yeah,
like
I
that
gotta-
one girl. Did you?
I
And
gotta
then you got
figure out how
a
to
big
do it.
ass
Like-
hole in your resume because you ain't worked in 10
Yeah, I
years.
ain't worked.
because
Yeah,
you've been sitting on a
exactly.
nigga, yeah.
Did you
Yes.
see about that one girl who was like, I feel like before she had met this one dude, she was like bottom of the barrel, whatever. She met this one dude, he was paying for everything. And then he left her and she was like, I feel like he should still support
Hey, 'cause he
everything that I
upgraded
have
her.
going on because he upgraded me. Well, bitch, you should have made sure you had something going on while y'all was together so you can
definition
make
of
And
spouse
sure.
support.
Because now that y'all are together, that's no longer his responsibility. Like if
And
you
guess what?
appreciated that lifestyle so much, you should have made sure you were doing something or set yourself up in something so that way you can maintain the lifestyle that you've now become accustomed to. Because I'll be
Exactly.
damned if me
This
making
so-
the money that I'm making am gonna support somebody that I'm no longer with. Like
So this conversation has been going on for 45 minutes. Lance, take us
Damn.
off. End us off on this conversation.
What
You
am
had
I?
something to say?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have something to say?
Not anymore. I said it while you was gone. Damn.
I
my bad.
mean,
Okay.
I gotta be. What's
Yeah.
up?
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, I think people our age, and I think this is the demographic that we're really speaking to, at least a lot of,
Yeah.
where we are in the business of creating generational wealth, no matter what any of us were born
Facts.
into. We
Facts.
don't want to have to worry about finances no more, or worry about the check, or worry about the bag. We want the bag to make money on its own and then pass that on and make our impact and be done and drink on Sundays.
Yeah.
all
On
we
God.
tryna do.
Yes.
And do hardly sober. And do hardly sober.
That's all we're trying to do, man.
What a great fucking send off. Thank you,
Man.
Mr. Edwards, for your
Man.
very first send off to end a conversation that lasted 45 minutes. But you also know what else is a first for you
What's up?
besides being on this show? Here's your very first game of Celebrity 20 Questions.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Let's do it.
glad you're here with us today. If
Let's
you don't
do
know
it.
what Celebrity 20 Questions is, I'll go ahead and explain it to you and for anybody else whose first episode this is. You and the panel are going to ask yes or no questions up to the amount of 20, and then try and narrow it down to see what kind of A-list celebrity is not going. It's going to be a household name for facts. I'm not going to give y'all no random ass indie star or some shit like that. And you guys can ask 20 questions and make a final guess. So
And to Courtney, hold on. I'm gonna just get in more detail. So the way we ask the questions is, and the thing about these A-list celebrities is like they don't necessarily. My bad.
One day.
One day, right? One
day.
fucking day.
one day.
So like it doesn't necessarily mean like they are boxed into one category, like whether they're just an actor or just do music, or do they do sports, or do they do both? So that's the like it could be fucking
Okay.
Drake. Drake could fucking be
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody, you know what I'm saying, or somebody that is into
Okay.
comedy but also has Netflix series, whatever the case may be. So
Mm. Okay.
So
basically,
yes or no
what we're gonna do
questions only.
first is find out if they male or female and if they black or white or anything.
Mhm.
That's usually how it goes. Yeah,
That's always the first
that's
two.
usually how it goes. Yeah,
Were they famous in the 90s?
Right.
Yeah,
Are they
that
still
too,
alive
yeah.
today? Are they
Yeah.
still
Okay,
alive?
okay. Here you go, Brian.
Or were they more popular then or now? Yeah.
I'm gonna give you one hint, and I'm not giving you nothing else. So
And then
I
give
can-
me
give us
5
five
more
more.
hints.
You give us 5 more.
That's all love. We love you. We
All right, let's get
appreciate
it.
you for that.
Mm.
Let's get it. Start that mug off, Bree. What's happening?
Is it a female?
No.
That's a male.
Okay. So it's a male. Go
Are
ahead,
they
Gabby.
black?
Yes.
Okay.
A black male.
Are they most known for acting?
Well, you never know. They got they nowadays. I mean, you could
Ah,
They-
shut
Mm.
up.
Brian.
Are they
Don't
most
do
known?
that.
Brian, stop. Are they most known for acting?
No.
I got one. I got one. Are they dead?
No.
All right, so what we had, like 5 or 6 already?
4.
Okay. What
Are
y'all got
they a
to do?
singer?
Yes.
So a
Let me
male.
Did we mention them during
Brown.
this episode?
No.
Oh, so it's not Chris.
It's not Chris Brown. I mentioned Drake too, so it ain't him.
It's not
Yeah, I hadn't mentioned a lot of fucking people during this episode.
A singer though, like
And ask it specifically to genre, like whether it's singing or rap or whatever.
yes. What genre of music for 200, please?
No,
It's
you
gonna
gotta
be yes or no
it's a yes or
question.
no, so you gotta ask specifically. Yeah.
Is it a rapper?
No.
Ooh, so it may be a singer. It may not be a singer though. If he's, I don't know.
Well, I
Okay,
mean,
so-
to be honest with you guys asked if he was a singer. I said yes, and then Courtney asked, "Is he a rapper?" And I said
Right.
no. So
So
Okay. So okay.
So we had the damn answer.
that was y'all one hint.
I mean,
I ain't
but
giving y'all
see,
shit
Brian-
else,
Brian,
nigga.
Brian be doing some weird shit. You never know
Yeah,
with
you
him.
gotta-
Is
does
it?
this person also act on top of its music career?
Yes, but to be honest with you, you probably. I'd say no, but I have to spit facts. This person has been in movies, but you probably didn't fucking know that they were in the movies.
So like a
be
small
honest.
cameo.
Okay. So that takes Jamie Foxx off. I was gonna say Jamie Foxx
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a good one, yeah.
because that nigga been in movies where he was the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Spider-Man, fucking
Man,
Django.
he did that shit.
Django.
Friday Night Lights,
Friday Night
like a whole bunch of
Lights,
shit. Or no, I'm sorry, Any Given Sunday. I said Friday Night. Any
Oh,
Given
that's
Sunday.
I did too. I
Yeah,
went right
it was-
behind you. I was like,
which
yeah,
is my
Friday Night
favorite-
Lights.
Yeah, which is my favorite Jamie movie. Yeah.
Did y'all ask if this person was still relevant today?
No.
Is this person still relevant today?
Yes, but with a caveat. I mean, yes.
That wasn't confusing at all, host.
It's a caveat.
Yes. So
Does-
yes, he's relevant today, but just yeah. I don't know how to answer that without giving it away. Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to ask if he's put out music lately?
Does
If he's
this
supposed to be a
person had
singer?
a recent project within the last
Year.
2 years that
Two?
doesn't come out on August the 5th?
What?
What?
I give up.
Brienne, what?
There was like 8 questions in that one question.
Yeah, give it to me one more time. If that's the question you want to ask.
Okay, so does this person have a recent project that comes out that within the last 2 years?
Yeah, couple.
Mm.
I might got
But
that
he-
one.
but he
man.
been- but he
Y'all
been
are at 10
acting.
questions.
But he
No,
been
I would honestly say throw away the acting note because you're if he's in a movie, you're not gonna know.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking strictly on music right now. Like,
Yes.
okay.
So he's
And
come
he's
out
had-
with a project in the last 2 years.
And he said a few
a
in the
couple,
last
yeah.
2 years. So
I
that's
said a couple.
great. A couple, same shit. Few, couple,
To me,
Two-
few is 3, couple is 2.
2 or 3. Oh my god.
Damn.
And this time I pulled up the IMDb ahead of time. That way, if I got any questions, you know what I'm saying, I'm ready to go. Fuck the time now. So you guys asked if this is a female. I said no. Is he black or white? I said he was black. Obviously, I don't remember exactly how the question was phrased. Known for music, yes. Known for acting, I said yes, but it was with the caveat because you're probably not gonna know that he was in a fucking movie. Fuck, I don't remember the rest.
Oh wait, do we have any lifelines?
If you want to use one, sure, but I don't think you guys are. I would ask a couple more questions before you use one. He's an artist that sings. So
Was he married to somebody else extremely known?
yes,
We already did
Oh my
that.
god, why the fuck did
Wait,
I
wait.
spell it like that? My fat ass is
We
thinking
already
about
did.
food.
We already did.
asked that.
We
Bree.
already did.
No, yeah, didn't.
No.
No, we're
not
talking
that.
about something totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because remember, I asked if he was a singer, and he. And
What,
then,
okay,
what's
I
the
got it.
name
I got
came
it. So
back.
we're at what, 11? We're at 11.
Yes.
Was this person involved in a legal incident recently?
Recently?
An ongoing legal
The last year and a half.
year and a half or so.
I had to look that up on it.
If he has to look it up, then no.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
It can't be him
Yeah.
though, because he isn't married, or he
I
wasn't.
didn't hear
Never
that.
been
True,
married.
true. And
So
he
it
said he
can't
was
be him.
married to another he did say yes, right?
Somebody, yeah.
So it may be
Yeah.
that's the first one.
Did this person just hold a listening party at the Mercedes-Benz Dome?
No.
Mm.
You guys are at 12 questions.
That was too specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Maybe.
the point. Try and narrow him
Maybe.
out.
True.
Does this person have an ST? No,
Yo.
I'm dead.
is this person known to have STDs? Or did this person have legal situations around STDs?
Did he?
Oh, wow.
He said he was, y'all asked if he was married, right? And he said he was married.
Yeah. Look,
Married to a
don't.
well-known.
Yeah, hey, look,
Somebody well-known.
Brian. Clearly, I was joking about the other shit, bro. Please don't take that for real.
Bye, Brienne.
I just wrote it down.
hold on. So has this person ever been a part of an like a male singing group?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yes. Okay, check the chat.
Yeah, I saw that. Don't
Did-
say
was
nothing
this-
yet.
Mm.
Hold on, I'm not gonna say it. Was this person heavily on drugs at one point? Yes. Yes.
Yes. Sorry.
Is it Bobby
sorry,
Brown?
yes.
Is it
It
Bobby
is
Brown?
It is.
I didn't know.
had no
I didn't know
idea
Bobby
he
Brown
had
had recent
yeah.
projects.
I
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
no idea
facts.
he came out with
Well,
I had
you
to
had-
ask that.
He's got a documentary coming out, and then you also had the fucking was it the documentary over their group or whatever?
Oh, I did not know
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, he's talking
And
about
then
the,
and
nigga
then
was on
he
crack.
he just did a verses with Keith Sweat.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I've seen that.
true.
Mm.
True.
You okay, Bree?
That was
Okay,
very
Bree.
good.
Damn.
Back
Very
carrying
good.
the group again.
wait. How many questions was that?
12.
It was 13.
I think our one is
13?
11. I think it was
Mhm.
11.
I
Well, we
could have
got
sworn
that.
it was 12 because I asked you, was he part of a singing group? And then I said heavily on drugs.
I
and
asked the
is it
question.
Bobby
I asked the
Brown?
question before that. I asked the legal issues. That was
Yeah.
12.
But that was already part of our 10, right?
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
I literally said, "Where are we at? 11?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Has this person had been in any legal issues in the last?"
And then
year?"
you asked your two, and then
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay.
but good shit though.
Well, you're welcome.
Very good.
We've been beating this nigga ass ever since
Yeah.
we started.
And
You
he
weren't
said,
one of
I
them.
think I got y'all this week. I don't think y'all
I'm
Yeah,
like
shut the
2 and
fuck
8,
up.
man. I'm like 2 and 8.
Come on,
right now.
man.
You done
But
lost
it doesn't
the
matter
series,
because at
nigga.
the end of the day, we still got y'all over here to watch the Harley Soper podcast, man. This
That's
has been
what
an
I'm saying.
episode. I'm so happy. We got our very first official Harley Sober drink mate, and then we have him making his drink mate debut.
It only
That
took
1920s cap.
it only took him 10
Mhm.
episodes to finally come on.
Yeah,
I know. Hey,
Literally.
look.
Whoa.
We've been trying to get this man
That's
on
what
for
we
so
not
long.
gonna do.
No,
we
we
told
doing
him
it.
he
I've
was
been doing it.
canceled.
Did
We told
miss
him
like
he was
8
canceled.
episodes.
We're gonna do it.
I've been telling him that since like episode.
We've been trying to get you on since like what, the third, fourth episode?
That nigga been
It
dodging.
was probably around there.
He been dodging.
I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I really wanted to do my microphone, and I couldn't find a plug for my microphone.
This fucking dickhead.
Understandable. And in
What
a
a
way,
dickhead. You have ear pods. It's not the same.
But nah, they don't.
They don't. They don't.
They definitely
They don't.
don't.
but don't it don't matter because this
Oh,
ain't the
my.
last you're gonna see of Courtney Edwards. We're gonna move on to the post show, but before we move on to the post show, we're gonna end this episode. And before we end the episode, you already know I gotta ask y'all. You got anything to plug? Starting off with Bree.
Nope. Just keep showing us support and make sure you guys subscribe. And we love you guys.
Tierra.
Nope. Just glad to be here once again. Loving the vibes. We won again. Shout out to Bree this time. And we up.
Lance motherfucking Lane.
Man, I ain't got shit to plug, but keep supporting. You know what I'm saying? Rocking with us, man. Shout out to my boy Courtney for finally coming on. Real shit. It was a pleasure having him on.
You.
And the man with the sentient cap, the inventor of cap.
Mhm.
Big dog.
Just keep out there, keep listening. Appreciate y'all tuning in and create that generational wealth, man.
Man,
That's
oh
it.
God.
100%.
And wear y'all mask.
Coming in
mean,
through
yeah, that's
100
wild.
degrees straight from overseas, Gabrielle.
Okay.
Before you tell someone what you expect of them, ask yourself what you bring to the table.
Okay.
Period.
And again, you can always find me with my name backwards, Brian with 2 T's on Instagram. I ain't streaming no more because I don't want to do it no more. And we actually our very first official Harley Sober spinoff podcast will be airing. We're recording this Tuesday, this Saturday coming up. So not this today, obviously. Well, today's Sunday. So this Saturday coming up, we're gonna record it and it's gonna be on air the next Saturday. So it's gonna be Harley Sober ranks and reviews. We're gonna watch and rank and review movies. Obviously, the same kind of shit that you've known to come and love from this podcast, and we'll be out there.
I did
What's up?
forget one thing before we log off completely and start our post show. Don't forget, we will be doing the Hardly Sober Christmas special while we are all home.
Yeah,
It's
never
gonna be
forget.
lit. We got a
That's
lot of
gonna
things
be
coming
fire.
towards y'all. Y'all are really gonna love this one. We're actually gonna be doing it live also. So those that actually do follow us and pay attention and watch us religiously, you can come in and watch it from beginning to end. Questions, all that other stuff. Plus, we do also have a giveaway in the works. So make sure
We
y'all
do have a giveaway, and I'm bringing my Sopper Boppers on that episode. So if any of y'all niggas want to get
Man's gonna get his head
Wow.
straight in
I'm
between the
buying
washer
y'all
and the dryer. I'm
Harley
telling
Sober, mink 'em up.
you now.
Mika.
Take a we need to get a bell and do it like a break. Get up and just what you
To
say?
your corners. To your corners.
Every time you and Gabby have a disagreement, pull them out.
Oh my gosh. That's gonna be the whole damn show.
Yeah, so what we're planning, at least for the most part, is it's gonna be like a live stream. We're probably gonna get like 9 or 10 hours of content out of that motherfucker. So make sure you start following us on Facebook because we're gonna do a Facebook Live, which I think goes seamlessly into Instagram Live if you have it up on Facebook.
It can.
I'm
Yeah.
not too sure how to work, but right now I already have the event set up. I'm waiting on the actual flyer to come through before I post it. But yes,
Oh, we have like bitches in bikinis and like Bentleys and shit on the
It's
flyer.
gonna be
It's a
the one that
Christmas
she sent in
special,
the group chat where
Actually,
it's
no,
me
it's not.
and
I got
Lance
something
headlining with the song.
that could be it. That could be it.
That'd be fire. Yeah, that'd be fire. So make sure you tune in for that, even though it's 5 months away, or 4 months away now, right? It's August.
Yep, sure is.
Holy shit!
Close
this
enough.
motherfucker moving.
Telling you,
And
my boy.
also make sure you go ahead and click on the next video, which will be the post show. But other than that, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thanks for tuning in.